Welcome everyone to Tales of Tellos, the Steam Age, Session 8. I am your humble DM, Order. I'm joined by my awesome players here who've been here through the journey for the last 7 sessions. Where one person is going to be joining us. They're just having a little bit of an update situation, so hopefully their Zoom resolves itself for it. But nevertheless, we're very excited to have all of you all here, returning viewers as well as new viewers watching our show and hope you enjoy it when it comes to it. Just a quick few announcements for it. I know we are going to, we have our acronymic adventures on Thursday. We have the Tales of Tellos here on Tuesday. We have on Thursdays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the Guild Adventure. Guild standing for the Grand Undertakings in Lands Divided. If you want to watch a show featured by our DM of Chaos, uh, basically discuss or play a game of political intrigue, of vast giant continents, and of survival in a very nitty gritty campaign. Originally starting off in a guild academy. Tune in. It's an enjoyable and it's a fun time. No alcohol required. But if you want alcohol, you definitely can imbibe if you. So yeah, definitely tune in for our Thursday campaign with Guild. Other than that, I know we are going to potentially we'll see how it goes. No promises, but we may have something planned for Halloween, or we might be just doing another fun one shot or a fun campaign session, but in costume. Stay tuned. We'll give you some more information as time progresses. Other than that, I think we're good to go. Does anyone have any questions? Oh, almost forgot. Our our famous Alice is donning her rabbit
I'm a
ears.
rabbit today because they're the most like my Umbreon ears.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We have to always make sure and just like check in which one are you today for. So excellent. We all approve. All right. With that said, does anyone have any questions before we officially get started or go into recap?
Nope, but I'm back.
Cool. Don't forget your name, Chaos. So you'll be good.
Lies.
All right, let's go into the recap of session 7 and dive into session 8. Harbinger. The word has so many meanings, more so for Dr. Zanishara and Dr. Zanishara Glory Song and Lancel Black Sense. They spoke of last time of strange fate or a god that seemed to be very powerful that threatened the world time and time again, and a lot of fairy tales that most of the other groups was vaguely aware of, knowing that there is this endless war, this nameless god that exists, but not knowing the details or not knowing that if it even is that powerful enough to threaten the 16. Nevertheless, conversations were had about this nefarious element, as well as a discussion about what does that word, the harbinger mean, when it's involved with APOC's sword versus this ideology of conflict and change. So some of our adventurers felt that this was fooey, that this was just a lot of just crazy talk. Others were just a little interested, but overall, most of the focus went back to APOC as he asked for his sword and his mask back. The group obliged, and they then decided to get down to business and find the golden phoenix feather that had been stolen from the Wahatwa trader. The group did some talking to the townsfolk, and APOC was able to offer some silver to a one of the street urchins who works in the station, and he was able, after promising 100 silver, get some information that the Black Bandana Bandit hideout was to the south near 3 giant boulders. The group trekked through the scorching desert heat of 120 degrees and and suffered exhaustion levels, or at least Lance and M did. They then, just without any prelude, just start walking right towards the hideout, not stealthing, and of course, were immediately shot at by the bandits. A very tense fight happened where APOC and Zanny fell unconscious for a moment, but were fortunate enough to get picked back up while M was throwing his flaming spear around to smash into bandits. Lance was having a small, distant duel of magic with a black dragonborn, and Erlon was basically dismembering bandits, chopping off legs, and then cleaving through them with his axe in a spray of crimson across the sands.
That other caster bitched out, by the way.
Yes. Two bandits escaped. One tried to escape after the captain died, but Dr. Zanny fired a sleep spell, aka a sleep grenade, and knocked one of them at least unconscious. And so this is where we pick up, as you all are still standing in the middle of the scorching desert. It's hot. You guys are tired and bloodied up a bit. And now, what do you do as you all stand there victorious but tired?
Go get the hostage.
As soon as I fired off the grenade, and I'm just like, just take a second to breathe, and then I'm like, oh, damn it, wait a second. And then I just take off sprinting down toward the south. We're gonna need rope.
What's the shade situation with these big rocks here?
Right now it is closer to, I think I mentioned before 5 or 4. Let me look at my notes. 5 o'clock. So there's a little bit of shade on the east side because the sun is in the west.
And is this in the proper cardinal directions?
Yeah, it is in the proper cardinal directions.
Okay,
Yep.
I know my east from my west. Alice is sitting in the... No, as a dead person. Alice is going to come over here and she's just leaning against a rock in the shade, just fanning herself.
Yep. And it is blistering hot, and I'm not sure, but if you have provisions like rations or water, a water canteen, you could definitely drink that to try to push away the impending heat exhaustion. I don't think Alice ever has a water canteen.
No, I was laughing at water.
Water? What's this? It has no alcohol in it.
She left all the wine back at the tavern, okay? She has no water with her.
All right. Going into a desert campaign with the mentality of, I don't need water. Good times.
Totally safe. Totally fine.
Yeah. All right. Who has rope to give to Dr. Zanny as she's calling out for rope?
I believe I do. And I just realized I was muted earlier.
Oh,
so I will
sorry.
say what I'll do later after this.
But it is still important if you were muted. What were you about to do or say?
I'm just gonna check the quote unquote possible captain.
Okay.
Last one we took out to see if she had the phoenix feather.
Gotcha. Roll an investigation check as you're pulling off her bloodied and sweaty garments. And we'll see how you do with that investigation check. In the meanwhile, you're also tossing a bag to Zanny with the rope.
Yes, okay. I do have rope with me.
So you unsling it and you toss it, and it's while Zanny's huffing it, she catches it and she's like unpacking it while you're then starting your search.
Perfect. And that's 50 feet of rope, just so you know, Vanny.
Nice.
She just catches it, and then as she gets around the corner, you just hear, "Thank you."
Awesome. And yeah, we are rolling lots of 16s, so we'll see how it goes if the gods are with our group. So, all right, we'll get to Erlon, what you're doing. That is a successful check, but we'll get to you in a moment.
Okay.
What is everyone else doing as Zanny is making her way towards the last bandit, knowing that you only have about a minute before it wears off?
Lance is just gonna wander over and see what's going on.
Okay. Lance,
he heard a grenade go off.
Yep.
Of some sort. He assumes we just blew somebody up.
Awesome. So you start wandering over. I'm going to move your token for a moment over towards the south as you head towards there. M, what are you doing?
I think he's going to actually start trying to look around the area, see if there's like a hole or like somewhere like that these rocks are hiding, like these people could have come out of, like where their base could be, like if it's underground or something. He's just trying to look for their base, basically.
Awesome. roll either a investigation check or a survival check. You're exhausted, so you do have disadvantage on this. And while you're doing that, let's switch just for a moment to APOC. APOC, what is he doing as the adrenaline is starting to slow a little bit?
He's just kind of looking around and sees Alice sitting and kind of sits down in the sand across from her, just looking at her.
All right. So Lance is with Alice in there, and wow, even with a disadvantage, you rolled a dirty 20 and a nat 20. Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. We'll get to you in a moment then. So, and I think, yeah, let's go to Zanny as you are approaching this because this is what you're doing immediately for it because there's a time limit for it.
Yeah.
You go towards the female bandit. She is asleep. She looks like this. She has a little bit of a bigger nose, black hood over there, kind of like a little bit like the bandana elements, black garbs and such. She's just splayed on the sand. She didn't take any hits during the. Well, she did take one hit during the combat, so there's a little bit of a blood stain. Or no, she took a concussive blow from your Eldritch Blast, so it's not a blood stain.
Yeah.
But you do see that there's some concussive force elements on her armor, where it looks dented a little bit in the leather straps, and it looks like possibly it could have just been blown apart if she had another hit. But you quickly go and you start tying her up. Roll me either a dex check or an intelligence check. This is how you're tying her up to make sure it is tight and that there's
Little bondage check.
Oh, you better believe it's gonna be intelligence.
Because if the dex is just making sure everything is there, the intelligence is trying to make sure there's no weak points. So okay.
It's you know what, it's fine.
It's fine.
and I don't know how well I'm doing it. I know I'm doing it well enough to make a knot.
Yeah, and it is. You do successfully make knots, and I don't think 11 is perfectly fine for it.
I'm going hands at the wrists and feet at the ankles.
Okay.
And then
hands behind the back or in front of the.
And then starting to drag her back.
Gotcha. Hands in the back or in the front?
Hands at the front.
Okay.
So I can see him.
Speaking of bondage, Lance, like a spear, but better. You see the
Lance is into BDSM.
Apparently.
Speaking of bondage, Lance.
He's the one who said it. So I'm like, okay.
You took way too long to decide what check it was. I was thinking out.
There you go. Anyway, Lance, you see this? Are you gonna do anything or just stand back and wait?
Well, he's got that taken care of. Lance has decided that now we need to go search the rest of the bodies.
Okay.
And what's the term APOC used?
Research?
No, what was the term we used for loot the bodies?
Oh, we're gathering supplies.
Yes, we're gonna
Something
go
like
gather some. We're gonna go shopping.
Shopping. All
We're
right.
going shopping on the bandits.
Okay, and you're doing this by yourself?
Does anybody want to go shopping on bandits with me? Alice, come help me.
Alice gives you
that's
the
cool.
dirtiest side eye you've ever seen, and then she drags herself up, looks at APOC, sits back down again, and goes, "Darling, will you go help him and see what he needs? I believe I will die if I set foot in the sun again."
I humbly ask that you, before I go to do your bidding, can we speak for a few moments?
She's gonna wave at Lance and go, "Sorry, I've got more important things to do."
All right.
Lance will just wander off then and do it himself and be like, "Fine, but I've got your alcohol."
So Lance, roll an investigation check with disadvantage because you are also exhausted.
Damn.
13. Hey, very good. Yeah. All right. We'll get to Lance in a moment. let's do a little bit of the beginning part of Zanny and the Bandit before we switch over to Erlon, because that would have been like I would imagine like searching a body takes like a minute or 2 minutes. So let's just see about the quick thing for it. Zanny and the Bandit.
I'd watch that show.
Everyone, this is new. Yeah, that could be a new show.
I think we all unanimously love that, like Zanny and the
Yeah.
Bandit.
Welcome to our
Just picture
spinoff.
it like radio also. Tune in next time, folks, for Zanny and the Bandit.
Zanny and the Bandit.
I'm sorry, everybody. This is canceled. We're just doing Zanny and the Bandit.
What are you talking about? That's just our new team name.
That's
Zanny-
just the team name.
Or just like pitch it to the like to a writer, and then they'll start doing those like dime novels that they
Oh, there you
sell.
go.
So chapter a day.
We
like
can
that.
write our own comic book.
Yeah, that was a thing in the 19th century, folks. Dime novels, like dime novels. You can go out and you'd get literally the next chapter like once
yeah.
a week from the author in the 19th century. Fun
So
times.
cool.
All right, Zanny. Do you wake her up before the spell fades, or do you let the spell fade and then wake her up?
I use the entire length of the spell for like prep time.
Mhm.
I'll like set her up and make sure everything's good. Prop her up against like the
Well,
just
she's
gonna
on the
prop her
stand
up
right
over
now.
here.
Okay, so you drag her for it. Roll me
Yeah.
athletics check. You are dragging. This is what I'm asking for the details.
As the gnome with no strength, let's do it. I am
Yeah,
not
no.
mighty.
Yeah, no, you're and you're literally trying to drag, doesn't really work, and then she wakes up while you are in mid drag, mid strain.
All right, fuck it, we'll do it here.
And she just like tries to like jerk away from you.
No. And the barrel of the shotgun goes beside her face. Stay still, little one.
Hi.
Hi. So you tried to kill us, and if you would like to avoid the same fate, you're going to answer me a couple questions. And if I like what I hear, I'm going to cut you loose, and you're going to get to run off and try to survive out in the desert and go find some other way to live or something else to do. If I don't like what I hear, I'm going to blow your fucking face off.
Jesus.
All right. And we're cut there for a moment. Give me guys 1 minute. I'll be right back.
Joke's on you. She doesn't even have a face.
Ouch.
Yeah, ooh.
I'm going to blow your fucking face off. Ooh, woo.
I'm back.
That was
I
good.
had
That was
to.
good.
Like putting a shotgun in a person's face and saying, I'm gonna blow your fucking face off. Yeah, you're gonna get answers that way.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right.
ain't got time for this shit.
You need to put the ubu in there. It's canon.
Absolutely not.
What do you want to know?
Simple questions. Those of you that we just ran into, was that all of you?
Yeah.
You still have the phoenix feather?
I don't know. I mean, if we do, it's still in the cache in the cache we have
Where's the cache?
down underground in the mine.
Where's the mine?
In the mine? Where?
She kind of like is slowly trying to gesture so you don't shoot her because I'm imagining the shotgun's like right in her face. She's like,
Yeah, I'll pull it back just a few inches so she can like point.
okay, and she points right where M is, and I'm gonna redirect M is like
Okay.
right in the middle of the like right in front of Alice and APOC. M, you're kind of like looking around and just like sensing, and you can definitely feel like looking at all the tracks and the situation around here, and you feel like the sand is very worn down. It's not, your feet are not sinking. And then you just like are kicking a little bit, and then you go down and Blazer is pawing at it. And for a moment you think he's about to use the kid litter, but then you kind of like start pawing also, and then you start to see the makings of like a trapdoor system.
Oh, looky here.
At the same time, let's switch scenes. Erlon, You are looking through the body and you don't find the phoenix feather. You do find other things though. Let me pull up my notes. Let's see what the
Better armor.
The breastplate is good armor.
It is.
Hey, in my mind, a 2,000 gold investment for +1 to AC is absolutely worth it. In my mind.
It is.
Is it?
Oh yeah, 5%
Yeah.
extra chance to not be hit.
That decreases the percentage of hit
Yeah,
by
when-
5%.
Yeah. Plus,
when you're
yeah,
sitting
plus,
at like 2 hit points and someone rolls a 15 to hit you, you're gonna be like, "Oh my god, thank
Yeah.
God
Oh
I bought
my
that
God.
armor."
Yeah,
One-
believe me,
one
that
doesn't
has
sound like a
happened
lot,
in my
but-
campaign more than once, and in campaigns I've played in. That's why I
Mhm.
say 2,000 silver, and not even 2,000 gold. 2,000 silver is definitely an investment for an extra
Oh, yeah.
+1 to your AC.
survivability. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
As I'm
200
sitting
gold
here
for
with a 10,
+1, yeah.
10 AC with Lance with no mage armor spell prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So what you find, you do find studded leather armor. You find a playing card set, and the studded leather armor is ruined though because you slashed right through it.
Mhm.
You do find a playing card set with goblins, kobolds, gnolls, and bullywugs on it.
But are they naked?
No.
Damn.
Those will be in another
For shame.
card set. You get a pack of cigarettes, a bottle of Orca-Cola, a scimitar, another rusted pistol, and several bullets. And I'll post this in the chat.
Okay, perfect. He said Orca-Cola as well.
Yeah,
Cola.
way-
Okay.
Lance isn't the only one with the Orca-Cola bottle.
As Lance is going to check the stuff and Erlun is stripping this lady naked, he's just going to pause to make sure nothing weird happens, just for a second.
You think I'm not into the dead bodies like you.
We'll get into that in a moment, but Erlon, roll an insight check really quickly.
Oh God.
Oh boy.
You said insight, right?
Yep, insight, please.
Oh man,
Damn.
making things all the time, huh?
Hold on 1 sec.
Well, how about that?
There. I
After
just
this,
posted
it's
in the
all downhill.
Discord what you got, just in case.
Okay.
But yeah, with the 17, you definitely notice Lance looking at your way, just making sure you're not doing anything funny. So you definitely can retort to him about your sexuality or necrophilia.
Your necrophilia.
Things DMs don't expect to say. Part 57.
Okay.
But yeah, you do see Lance giving you a side eye.
What, Lance?
Oh
What do you
my
want?
Lord.
You're so
Anything
good,
good
at
over there?
well, I got your favorite little soda and some other cool stuff. And obviously,
Is it
this
warm
lady
or
is now
cold?
naked. What's that?
Is it warm or cold?
Is it warm or cold?
The soda,
be
not the
warm.
body.
Oh,
The-
sorry,
the-
not the body.
The Orca-Cola is hot. It's very warm right now.
I'll trade you a cold one for that one. If you're thirsty.
All right, fair trade.
All right, you both swap Orca-Colas.
Yep.
And Lance, you continue doing your research. You are about to find a lot of interesting stuff, but that's when M announces that he might have found something.
Yeah, we're
So-
still searching the surface bodies first. And
Yeah.
then we're burning
The
them this
surface
time,
body.
people. Lance is like
Aw.
saying this out loud. We're burning the bodies this time.
That's surprising coming from you. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Look, skeletons are less messy than zombies, and hyenas are creepy.
all right, fair. So then I'll pull. Can I basically pull the body over? Are we like basically bringing them all over to
That's
say the specific area?
Yeah, we should start a pile probably where most of the bodies are, over there.
Okay. So I'll start bringing her over in that direction.
All right. At the same time, Lance, you're gonna go investigate this body. Let's go to M, what are you doing as you found the hatch? Are you going to try to open it or try to find, or let me rephrase that. You haven't found the little hatch yet. You found the mechanism for something, like blocking something. So you're going to search
Yeah,
the hatch.
we'll keep trying to uncover more of it and find how to open it.
All right. You are able to eventually find the hatch, and when you pull on it, it seems locked. But let's switch then to
Why they gotta lock it and hide it under rocks and sand and make it out in the middle of the desert? That seems a bit overkill.
but yeah, this is Dr. Zanny. You're with the bandit. You do notice and you do hear M confirm it that there's something here. I'm not sure if he says the the cliche. You better come take a look at this.
As I hear M say he's found it, I look down. Is it trapped?
No, we heard you coming. We rushed out quickly. We didn't set any traps yet.
Okay.
That sounds like something someone who set a bunch of traps would also say.
Oh, you think the bandit may be being dishonest with us? Where's the trust, Em?
I trust that they have their own self-interest in mind, and that that any answer is a good answer in their eyes. But whether it's the truth or not is yet to be seen.
Can you get it open?
I don't have the captain has or she pauses and thinks. No, it was one of them has the key. The first last one, which was Abdul. He has the key.
Which one's Duel?
I remember Abdul. He's like sliced up over on the rock.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Abdul
All right.
would have remembered. Abdul is this guy.
There you go.
Okay. Yep. All right.
Oh yeah, he didn't make it.
The other two guys named Kareem and Jabbar.
No.
I'm glad. I'm glad John got that. Sorry.
Help me.
Sports reference.
Actually,
That was a meta question. Sorry.
Wait. I have to retract. One of them is named Jamil, but there is no Kamir. Yeah, that's the closest one.
Do you know who
We're
Kareem
close.
Abdul-Jabbar is?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
He just had to do it.
It was right there.
Yeah.
It was an easy layup.
It was so good. It was so good.
All right. So
I'm gonna snag one of my extra pouches of water out, like my second water skin, and I'm gonna take a little pouch off my side and put like 10 silver pieces in it. I'm gonna hand it over. Hand them both over to her as I cut her ropes. Actually, no, I don't cut the ropes. We're saving the ropes. I'm untying those.
okay. Roll another insight check to, or sorry, not check. Intelligence check to untangle your own knot.
How the fuck did that? What the son of a bitch?
You're able to do it.
I'll buy you a new rope.
Okay.
So I see Zanny just snap it.
No, slice it with a dagger, with a knife. She cuts it.
You just say, I'll buy you a new rope. I just slice it.
Okay. It was my favorite rope.
Oh, wait, was it? Oh, no. I'm sorry.
Who has bending?
Lance. But I free her. I give her some
You're on mute,
extra
Lance.
water.
I can put your rope back together for you.
Oh,
And I'll even give her 10 silver pieces. And I just point out towards the distance. Go. Get started. And if you run into your friends that lived, do them a favor and let them know that if I ever see their face again, they had better run or I'm going to kill them. Don't try to get some kind of retribution. They got lucky. They lived. They come back. They won't be lucky next time.
Roll a persuasion check. I'd say with advantage also, just because of the situation.
I'll take
18.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Understood. Not many would let me walk after all that. So, thank you.
Ain't you the one that put me down?
And then no, she's like looks, and that was actually the captain who put you down.
Oh, yeah, it was all a big clusterfuck. Look, bygones be bygones. You made it out of here, all right? Be safe.
She nods, and you do see like she's nervous that you're about to shoot her in the back when she turns. So she kind of like walks a little bit backwards for a moment, and you could definitely.
I've already turned my back to her and walked off.
Oh, that's
And when you
perfect.
turn
I
your
ain't worried
back,
about this woman.
she quickly turns and starts running.
You'll after she's gone, you'll hear Lance just go, "Hey, before you let her go, get the name of the wizard so I know who I'm hunting down later."
Oh, that was a thing. Just yell out at her. What was the name of that wizard?
Okay, so she's running away. Then you just stop, like, "Hey, what was that wizard's name?" And she like pauses and looks. And like it's now awkward. It's like awkward shouting on the desert side.
Yep.
She just goes, "Diacris." And then
Thank
just
you.
runs. Not
Well,
putting
she's
down.
nice.
Die a bitch. Got it.
Diacris.
Diacris. I mean, I heard her.
She is gone.
She's pleasant.
Zanny, roll a perception check for me, please.
How do you spell Diacris?
I put it in the chat, but I'll put it also in Discord.
It's like Chris, but dire.
A diet, Chris.
Dire Chris. Okay.
I can't wait tonight. You guys are killing me. Stop.
That is an actual Dragonborn name. That's not like these are real names.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I went up against dire Chris.
All right. Yeah, you just watch her go off and to the kind of like the hazy distance, the haze with kind of like because it's hot. It's 120 degrees. It's blistering hot. Even though it's like 5:30, it's still freaking hot. You go over. Are you gonna help Lance with the bodies, or are you just focusing on the hatch with M at the moment?
We have a key, and we know which body it's on. So I'm gonna help Lance with the bodies, and I'm just gonna start there.
Okay. Let's switch scenes for a moment. Alice and APOC, you guys are speaking as all this is happening.
Roll
Take
initiative.
Roll initiative.
APOC
Quick, Alice,
grabs.
roll the hit.
I'm not gonna slap you again. Again yet, maybe. I'll think about it.
I just look at her. Apoc just looks at her. Doesn't say anything.
Darling, I thought the whole point of you talking to me was that you talk to me.
I need you to I want I don't know how to begin this.
Usually from the beginning.
I don't want what's happening to happen. And I can't trust myself to keep it. I think a choice needs to be made. And I think the choice is upon me. He stands up and he pulls the sword and scabbard from the belt and he drops it in front of Alice. And then he removes his mask and drops it in front of Alice as well. And he says, this is the first step in purging Apoc Elgor from who I was. If names are needed, you can call me Jetro, Jetro. I don't want to see them again.
Alice is just gonna pick up his mask for a minute and just sort of like hold it in her hands and look at it, and then she's gonna look up to the artist formerly known as APOC.
The sigil, he's kind of a curvy horn.
And darling, what can I do to make it easier on you? Do you want me to just throw these off into the middle of the desert? Because gods only know who will find it, and if Mr. and Mrs. Looney Tunes over there are even remotely correct, that could be even worse than you having it.
No, you don't understand. I trust you to do what you feel is right. I submit to you.
It's been a while since I've heard those words out of a man's mouth, but she's just looking at her nails. She stands up for a second and she brushes all the sand off of herself. She took her jacket off a while ago, but that white shirt is not looking good. All right, Alice has pit stains. It's not beautiful. It's not a moment.
Everyone has pit stains.
Everyone has pit
Please. No one is getting out of this desert without sweat dripping down.
So she's very, very haggard right now. Big moment of weakness for her. I know Apoc's burying his soul right now, but Alice is not happy. Look, I already told you back in the station or whatever I needed to do to make sure that you were safe, because you've done such a diligent job of keeping me safe. So I think we should keep these away from you. I think it's an excellent start. I'm not going to tell you what I do with them, though. That way you will not have the temptation.
They're yours now.
She starts to pick up the sword. How is it a two-handed sword?
It can be wielded.
Yeah, she's gonna struggle to pick this bad boy up.
It's not too. It's only about, I think, 8 pounds long sword for it, so it's not heavy.
It's Alice we're talking about here.
What's her strength score?
8. No, 10. It's a 10. Never mind.
Then she's a commoner. She could easily pick up an 8-pound object.
Oh well, she's gonna make a scene out of it then.
That's fine.
Alice is gonna
difference between acting versus reality. That's fine.
It weighs as much as a half gallon.
So she's just gonna she's dragging the tip of it across the sand a little bit, and she kind of stands it up in front of her, so she's holding onto the hilt. Oh, darling, I don't know what to do with it, but I'm going to do something with it if it is what you really want. Because I don't half believe everything that they're saying, and I don't agree that this is a holy sword, but I believe even the worst sword can be used for a holy purpose, and I don't want you to deviate off your path because two people you just met say that, you're going to make bad things happen.
I enjoyed killing those two men. I enjoyed taking their heads off. I'm ashamed of that.
Well, I appreciate your candor, Jetro. Do you prefer Jet or Jetro?
It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm going to call you Jetty, but nicknames are for later.
Your husband will not be harmed by me.
I wasn't particularly worried. I mean, you'll see his adorable little cinnamon roll face and all will be better. You'll be like, oh, I want to be best friends with that man, because everybody wants to be best friends with Brucey, okay, darling? Everybody. You can't hate him. You cannot do it. It's not possible. I appreciate you trusting me.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to me.
Thank you, Jetro. I'm sorry, it's going to take a moment to get used to saying Jetro, but it is quite a lovely name.
Thank you.
Do you have another weapon? Are you going to
I have the dagger you gave me.
You can throw it at people then. I will let you have my rapier when we get back to Ahatwa. And then we will swiftly get upon a train to Jedna, and all of this will be a very unhappy memory.
I'll wield the rapier until I can get a man's weapon. That's perfectly understandable.
Alice is trying to figure out what to do with this sword right now. She's kind of like tossing it back and forth between her hands like this. It's like wiggling in the scabbard a little bit, but she doesn't know what to do with it because the only sword she's ever held is a rapier.
Draw it. See what it feels like.
Wield a sword forged of infernal iron.
Do it. All the cool kids do it.
Alice is gonna like pull it up for a second to try to get it out, and then she looks at it, and then she like continues to pull it like up like this, like sword in the stone style, until like the scabbard comes out, and then she like turns it over in her hands.
Roll a charisma check.
Oh, a charisma check. Yeah, I'm great at these.
She
I'm
drops
not great
it,
at
stabs
these.
herself,
I
dies.
do.
Sends her
Stare.
own soul to hell.
Yeah, you stare at it, and so here's the thing: it's not even made out of steel; it's iron. And at first, that element of an iron sword looks barbaric, looks brutal, looks very much primitive for it. I mean, we're dealing with steel, and not only steel, like even ships with like reinforced steel, and this is the industrial era. But the more she stares at it, there's something there. With that 10 that you rolled as a charisma check, there's something there that feels strong. A presence.
Yeah, Alice is not a fan of that, so she's going to quickly like she's like looking at it, she goes, "Somebody hand me the scabbard." Where's
Who
the
hands her the
scabbard?
scabbard? Because there's only M and Jetro near her.
I'm not going near that thing.
M, you're the closest one at the moment.
She's holding it out like
Mm.
this.
Do you assist or do you leave her? Because it's gonna be funny.
Oh, that was happening right next to me. I figured they went off to the side to have a private conversation.
No,
That's
they
what
were
I
right
thought was
there the
happening. I
whole
didn't know I was
time.
right next to them for that.
Yeah, sorry. They were right there. They didn't move.
And she's pointing at the sword at who? Sorry,
Oh,
I was
no,
only
Now,
half
she's
paying
she's
attention.
got
I
it-
didn't know I was there.
you,
Right up in the
asking you
air.
to put. But the
Pointed
sword
it
is
at
pointing at
me?
you.
It's not. It's pointed straight up in the air. She's got it out like this. And she's got it like
up in the air,
looking
not
at it.
pointed at it. Okay,
No, it's up
gotcha.
in the air.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he'll just kind of take a step backwards to be out of sword range, and you might want to be careful with that.
Could you hand me the scabbard really quickly? I would like to put this back as soon as possible.
Oh, yeah, I can help.
She's
And,
gonna
we'll
turn
do
it back over so it's facing towards the ground again, and she's gonna try to put it back in the scabbard the same way she took it out.
Roll a dexterity check. You're doing it very awkwardly.
So, am I gonna send my own soul to hell?
Only
At the
if
rate you're
Scabbard,
going, yes.
The sheath
you are
soul to hell.
successfully able to put it back in. In a
I was
very
gonna say,
awkward fashion.
he accidentally stabs herself in the stomach with it, sends her own soul to hell.
I thought she was about to stab M in the hand. Like,
Or actually,
The
not
Benny
even,
Hill
only if
theme
your
music.
soul- only if your HP drops to 0.
She
It's not
crit
even
on
10.
herself.
Yeah, I'd probably crit on myself. Let's be real. I'd do like 30 damage.
Put it in there.
She's gonna look at Jetro for a second, and then she's gonna
He-
look at M and go, "Darling, you're bigger than me. Can you carry this?"
When you look at Jetro, did you ever see Full Metal Jacket?
No.
Oh, the look that Gomer Pyle at the end when he's about to blow his brains out, looking at the sergeant, is the look that he's given her as she's holding the sword. He wants that back real bad.
Okay. On second thought, actually, she's gonna try. Is it like a belt scabbard, or is it something you could like sling over your shoulder?
It
It's
could be
belt.
go either way.
Okay, she's gonna put it over her shoulder just because she's more confident in the fact that Apoc won't hurt her, less confident in the fact he won't try to sweet talk him out of it.
There we go.
Jetro, yeah, and then she's just gonna carry the mask around. She's just got that in her hands now.
Awesome. Roll one more
Is it
charisma.
Jetro or Jethro?
It's not Jeffro. He's not a Beverly Hillbilly.
I'm just wondering. Just clarifying.
Oh, that's me.
As you look at the mask, there's a moment where you disassociate for a moment. And then you blink and you're back in there, as there is, if you thought that there was a presence perhaps in the sword, there is definitely something with the mask, whether it is something otherworldly or something infused with so much emotion that it may harbor something. You're not entirely sure, but there is a moment of disassociation with you.
Great, Alice is straight up not having a great time. She's just gonna put it into her bag and
You
not
are
think about it.
you are the spirit bard, so
I-
you are.
No, that's why she's not enjoying this, because she's in the middle of the desert right now. She only wants to be thinking about all the like dead cactus souls out here. She doesn't like finding like presences where there should not be presences. It means someone was
Uh-huh.
murdered out here, or there's something bad afoot.
So, with
Looking
that
around
being
at the
said-
6 bodies next to us.
That's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. See, murder.
Really quick, M, did you want you were there, you watched all this and you assisted. Was there anything you wanted to add conversation wise?
No, I he also thought it was supposed to be a private thing between them two, so he was just continuing his work, just pretending that he wasn't just right next to him, just like do.
You do
They're
notice
supposed to
Blazer.
have a private conversation, but they're doing it right next to me. Do.
You do notice Blazer. You like, and you focus more on Blazer because of the situation, and he's still in fire mode. And so you see this burning cat, this fire elemental like entity, just rolling around in the sand, creating glass everywhere. Just goes on his belly, just
Pretty.
like, and then just kind of like rolls around and just like walking around, and he's just leaving a trail of melted sand turning into glass.
Awesome.
Awesome. All right. For Zenny, Erlon, and Lance, I am gonna post right now. You find this, and I just posted it in the Discord. You find through all the different dead bodies 8 tarnished sets of leather armor, a wanted poster, a merchant scale, a ransom note for a dog, an embroidered bandana, face paint jar, handwritten diary, a smoking pipe, studded leather armor. That one was the ruined one um, from the captain. The playing card set, the pack of cigarettes, the Orca Cola, 4 scimitars, 52 bullets, and then 7 rusted pistols.
I call dibs on the face paint jar.
All right.
That's fair.
Roll a d10 to see what color the paint is.
Did you say ransom note for a dog?
Yeah, they apparently kidnapped a dog and sent a ransom note for it.
Where?
Who's the wanted poster for?
That
The
was the next
captain.
question. Okay.
Huh?
The captain.
What was the bounty?
For this one was 2,000 silver.
When Erlon killed her, did he damage her head?
I believe he did. He said he
Or
could.
did he? I thought he cut her in half, like in the middle.
No, he did the same thing he did to the last bandit, where right through the head down. So her face is split.
Okay, Lance is going to go cut her head off and mend it back together so we have a full head.
Roll. Okay, so there's gonna be some nature check there, and there's gonna be a constitution check because this is gonna be very gory, even for Lance.
Is that how mending works?
And I
Are
don't.
you,
It's an item. It's now an item, and I am putting the 2 pieces back together, up to a foot, and the head is not a foot long.
Are you doing this in front of me?
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
just see him starting to do this. Where okay,
What
so
are
first
you-
thing first. Roll a Okay.
You don't
first
get
thing
a
first.
bounty for 2 halves of a head.
I am a surgeon. I can sew it back together.
That will look even weirder.
I think if you bring half of a person's head, that's gonna suffice. So you can't live with half a head. If
Also,
you bring half a
that
head, they're gonna be like, okay, you killed this person efficiently.
say nature?
They have half a head.
Yeah. Nature. Okay.
15.
Good.
I don't know how many half a head people.
Oh, I
you've
guess it's
seen
only
walking
one con
about.
save, so a 19.
Yeah, but you definitely can talk to Shade. No, I mean, M.
Yep, sorry, I didn't
Suddenly,
realize
M
my
is replaced
background
with
was still.
Black Tabaxi Black Catkin. But no, you can respond as you are chopping now half the head off.
It's fine.
You
It
almost
won't take
for a
me but a
moment, but then
That's
swallow.
not the word I would use for what you're doing.
it won't it'll just take me a moment. I'm just gonna put it back together. We're gonna collect this bounty. Where's that wanted poster? We're just like after he's gonna cast mending. It takes a minute. He puts it back together.
It takes a while because it's not just mending one. You're mending.
I don't need to put the whole thing together. He's gonna mend the skull so it's like tacked together, and then mend the skin around the face so that the
with
face
the
looks
skull,
normal.
you have to do it. I believe it's 1 inch per minute with
I
mending.
thought it was 1 foot.
I believe it's 1 inch. Let's look at this.
Inch.
I
Pretty
believe
sure
the
it's an
spell is
inch.
not intended for the purposes that
This is
you're
not
using it
intended.
for.
Yeah, it's also that. There's also
It's
that.
also Brian, or it's Chaos. We're talking here.
As long as the terror break is no longer than 1 foot in any dimension, you can mend it, leaving no trace of former damage.
Let me just.
So now that raises the question: is the head being straight up removed considered a tear or break? Because that seems more than just a tear or break.
No. I'm not mending the head, the neck part. I'm mending the two halves back together.
Okay. Oh boy.
The
Two halves
logistics
of a
of the
broken
mending
key, two
cantrip.
halves of a skull.
It's 2 halves of a broken key. The key to 2,000 gold coins.
I'm gonna say this. It can be done. I'm gonna just say, just DM ruling for it. It's gonna take more than 1 minute. It's gonna take 5 minutes.
Fine. For 5
Because
minutes, Lance is going to sit there and just
as
cast
you
all the
are
magic
just
into this.
casting to mend the calcium. That's what you're targeting. The skull part around it. The flesh part, that may be falling off. But then you'll do the skin and you'll have this slogging flesh. It's bad. Necrotic energy is bad now. But you all see this, and you definitely he's looks like a little bit of a butcher at the moment as he decapitated the head and is now with this dripping head mending things. So you all can react.
Hey, wait, hold on. Zanny, can you stitch the skin back together after I put the bone back together?
I mean, I can, but
Okay,
you're
perfect,
kind of
perfect.
already doing a bit of a dance macabre thing going on
Well,
over
that
here,
just-
and I feel like I'm going to get in the middle of it now. And
No,
it's
once we get the bone put back together, if you sew the skin, we can prestidigitate it so that it's like the same color as the skin, so nobody will know.
What are you aiming for here, Lance? Perfection?
A perfect
just
skull head to turn in.
just put the thing back together. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be them, and that's it.
Okay, fine.
Just
I just wanted it to look good. Okay.
it does not matter. It does
artistry.
not matter. It's
Well,
Also, I didn't want it like oozing in my bag.
I mean, there's that. Just there's that too. But also, look. I'm a doctor, and this is getting to gross levels for me.
Have you never dissected a cadaver?
Yeah, I ain't
That's
never put it back
completely
together
different.
like that.
She's
Not like that.
dissected
I
it.
have.
She's never resected it.
Oh, okay.
That was how I learned the spell mending.
You know
You
what?
cut and then you put it back. You can
I don't
practice
ever want to learn
again.
that. Nope, I'm good.
It's
I'm good.
it's you only have to buy one cadaver that way. You cut it, put it back together, then you practice again over and over again.
There's so many things that are wrong with what you just said to me. And instead of hurting you severely, I'm going to go walk over here and let them know what we found.
All right.
Okay.
You all.
Also, I'm keeping the merchant scale.
Can we just know what color the face paint was for Erlon, please?
Yeah, roll a d10. I think I asked. That's going to determine it's a spectrum. So 1 is going to be black, 2 red, orange, yellow. Or sorry, 2 is orange, 3 is yellow. Yeah, roll a d10.
Pink.
6.
Pink.
It's blue. Wait, black, red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Yeah, it's blue.
Fucking throwing it out.
You just toss it.
APOC, you kept the cards, the cigarettes, and the cola, right?
No, Erlon did.
All right, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the cards, pack of cigs, the scimitar, and the Orca Cola.
I'm putting the rest in the party inventory for now. I just wanted to pull out the things that were not there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
fine.
I
You
totally
could-
just read that your loot thing as embroidered banana, and I was like, wait, you got a banana embroidered? What the fuck?
This is the coolest banana ever.
Hey, it's embroidered bandana that says #1 boss on it.
Number one boss.
This you forgot which campaign you were in if you thought it was an embroidered banana.
I think it's because we were earlier talking on Discord about bananas. So, but yeah.
In both groups, we talked about bananas in both groups today.
I blame Aaron. All right. So, that happened. And then you all open the hatch for it.
Oh, hey, hold on.
Alice-
Hold
Oh.
on. Does Alice say anything about the whole sword thing?
Alice was actually going to intercept Zanny on her way over.
Okay. Danny, you do have the key, by the way.
Uh,
You're kind
Okay.
of cool.
she was gonna go see what Lance was doing, but as Aunt Zanny started to walk over, it kind of dragged her to the west side of the rock. Is APOC following her?
Yeah, that's his job.
Might as
Darling.
well just group their tokens. When one moves, the other does.
Darling, I'm having a girl situation. Can you wait with Imbryn,
Oh
please?
no, he's way the hell over here. Man.
You just see a
APOC isn't one of the
the
girlies?
cartoon.
Perfect.
There's a puff of sand.
But yeah, she's gonna pull Zanny over here before she goes off to the group.
All right, I'll grab. There you
I
go.
got it.
Oh, sorry.
Zanny, just imagine for a second, hypothetically, I had any at all belief in what you said earlier today, and I'm very sorry it's so rude sounding like that. You can see where I'm coming from.
Oh,
But-
absolutely.
Yes, no, of course, I'm glad we see eye to eye, hypothetically. But you know how I have a certain ability,
Mm.
a feeling. Now, say that I had a very similar feeling, and she's gonna fish out APOC's mask and hold it up, but like off to the side and not look at it, and not look at it. It's like over here. So I had a very similar feeling. Do you think, now, all again, hypothetically, if I believed you, what do you think would happen if we broke this?
Oh shit. I don't. Okay, I would want to run some tests on it first.
Do you want it?
Does he not want it back?
Oh no, and she's gonna point at the sword on her back. Do you think I just walk around with this?
Oh, he gave it up.
Oh, yes. His name is Jetro now, by the way. I'm going to call him Jetty. You might have to ask him if it's okay if you do that too.
I will not be calling that man Jetty.
Well,
I will call him Jetro.
okay.
That name's a little bit hard for me to pronounce, but that's fine.
He told me to do whatever I wanted with it, but I would rather it make. I don't like this or the sword, to be honest with you, darling. And I don't like it being in my possession, or at least both of them. I feel like if they're separated, perhaps it would be a little less. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll hold on to that mask. I really would like to take a look at it. I got some spells I probably want to run by it. See if there's actually something in it.
Will you? Oh, darling, there is something in it. There's something in this sword too.
So it's a so we're not talking a if, it's a what. Got it.
Yes, and to what degree is it? Like a feeling or an echo or a memory, or is it like?
Okay.
Darling, do keep me in the loop with all those tests that you're. And I am quite curious.
No, if you want to be there.
I'm not as
That's fine.
scientifically inclined as you are, but I'm interested at this point. As long
Well-
as it keeps my dear APOC safe. I'm sorry, Jetro. God, you're gonna have to slap me every time I say the wrong name. I'm
Uh,
terrible.
Absolutely not.
Oh, well, okay.
Not for saying the wrong name. I mean, come on.
I have to learn somehow.
Well, I'll just remind you. His name's Jitrip.
Also, if any of them ask why we were being all secretive over here, lady things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's going to. I kind of figured with you and me, that's going to be the excuse anytime we need to talk about anything ever.
Yes, I don't believe they know enough about women to actually. Like, we could have lady times 6 or 7 times a week, and they'd be like, oh, get away from us, you unclean beast.
I could have it 14 times a day and just tell them it's a gnome thing, and they'd be like, okay.
That's fair. That's fair. I love this.
Yeah. No, anytime. So anytime we need to have a conversation, we got to go handle our lady stuff, okay?
Of course, because I'm pretty sure Jetty is going to follow me around like a puppy. I don't know if
Absolutely.
it's because he's drawn to the sword or if he's just in love with me like I assume he is. It's probably a little bit of both.
It's column A and column B. I can tell you right now, just watching him.
I don't blame him.
I don't either. I mean, you're easy on the eyes and you're easy to talk to, so it's nice.
Well, darling, I mean, class recognizes class.
I told you I don't want class.
Well, I don't care. You're with me now, darling. I mean, you don't have to be in nobility, but I'm going to make you wear dresses more often.
Well, that's fine. I do look pretty in a dress.
You look gorgeous. Now, first question, second question probably. What in the 9 hells was Lance doing?
Turns out the captain was wanted, and he's putting the head back together so we can turn it in for the bounty so that it can be identified. Don't get any closer. It's pretty bad even for me.
I wasn't planning on it. Just from over here, was not looking great. I don't think I want to be a... That was it. And yeah.
Nope.
Well, please keep it safe. I'm a little bit scared of it. The mask. I mean...
He's not just cursed. I can't put my finger on it. There's some kind of, I'd almost say torture or torment. Something's happened to this man before. I can tell you. There's just something I can't put my finger on it, but there's something I can tell you. I can tell you.
I just can't fathom why he's such a sweetheart.
Well, the best ones are always the tortured ones.
That's fair. Maybe that's what makes him so sweet. I bet he was an asshole before this.
It's usually some sort of reflex thing. You know, they don't want anybody else to go what they went through, that kind of thing.
Well, we must keep him safe.
He's definitely decided he's going to protect you, and you're the most important thing in his life. I'm not saying that we use it. I am saying that if we have to.
Why do you think I'm the one holding the sword?
Yeah.
I don't want this thing on me, but I know he's not going to do anything to get it off of me.
He's not going to touch either one of us.
Oh, no. Especially if
I don't know why he likes me.
Don't tell him you have the mask.
Oh, I won't.
Okay. I plan to do something with this, but I have to figure out how to do it when he's not around, and who to give it to, and why to give it to them.
I have an idea for that if we can make it to Jedna, because I gotta send some letters home anyway. I gotta talk to my grandma. There's some shit going down, and I gotta let her know.
Perfect. And you need to meet Bruce. We need to have dinner together.
I do. I need to meet. We gotta get this shit done. We gotta get done. I need some sleep, and then we need to catch train ride to Jedna.
Oh, we can sleep on the train. Let's back to Ahatwa. We got the Phoenix Feather, correct?
I hope so. I mean, they said it's supposed to be in this hatch over here.
Perfect.
If it's here at all.
I'm not
Hopefully
going underground.
Sold it.
I saw Blazer with the little kitty paws. It was very cute to watch him dig it up, but I'm not going under there. I'm going to sit out here in this blazing sun and I'm going to sweat some more.
Oh, that's fine. I'm small and I love rocks. I'm from the mountains.
Yeah, it's right now 6 o'clock. It is still hot, and it is actually, I would say now it's starting to get into like the sun looming. So let me just really.
It's not 1:20. It's like 1:10 now, guys.
About 1:15. And notice I changed the map. I have layered on the map the morning, dusk, and night maps. So there you go.
Alice
All
is
right.
gonna after you, Shazani. That's a big
I'm,
moment for her, by the way.
Oh, letting her go first.
Yes.
Zanny is going to just. She's kind of been beat to shit and she's tired as hell. She's just gonna start limping along. She's gonna unload the shotgun and turn it around and just kind of use it as a cane. Just be like,
All right. At this point, I will say, just moving along a little bit, you have all the bodies piled up. You have looted them, taken all the bodies, and Zanny, you have the key.
I'm gonna bring that over to M. And so I just go straight there from here. I put the mask away in my backpack just as I'm walking away. Just put that away and then get over there before Jetro sees where I've put it or that I have it at all.
How long has it been that we've been playing around doing all this stuff?
I'd say about an hour.
Have we been able to get a shortish rest in?
Sure. Yep. You can get a short rest in.
M.
We'll say if that is the case, Lance, I think I've mentioned this before, but with wizards, you are able to switch out spells, re-prepare spell slots on a short rest. I believe that was one of the custom rules I said before. But with that being said, the bodies are piled up. It's right now about 6:30. None of you have a clock, and the bodies are piled up. The sand. Well, any of you can roll a perception check.
Lance, what are you gonna do with the bodies?
Burn them.
Okay, burn them then. Damn
You
it.
want to do something with them?
No,
just
I'm
nods
just worried about you
enthusiastically.
with bodies.
That's fair.
Damn, I rolled 2 1s. God damn, dude.
God damn.
All right, Zanny, you do notice that this wind is starting to pick up a lot.
Wait, hang on. I need to be honest.
Though
I
you
have a level of
are
exhaustion,
exhausted, so
so I don't see shit.
no, you don't see shit. Lance, you're
see
also
no sh-
exhausted. You see the same
That's
thing.
why I said I see shit.
Oh, are we all doing checks?
If you want, any of you can do it.
Sorry, I was distracted playing with my spells when you said that.
Yeah, no worries. That is very Lance though. Like, do I pick this one or that
Yep,
one?
don't see shit either.
Lance and I are the guys in Spaceballs with the comb in the desert.
All right, cool. So, do you guys burn the bodies or just leave them?
Burn bodies.
Okay. So how do you burn the bodies?
With fire.
How do you make the fire?
Pick
cat
an option.
Cat go burn.
So wait,
Go burn.
Catical burn.
I got produce flame.
There you go. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Like the specific.
Lance is rubbing two
not
sticks
being used.
together. Like
That's what I'm like. Well, how do you do it? So, okay.
I prestidigitate them really, really hard.
You keep doing it over and over again. You produce fire. Probably Blazer goes around, just sits on there, and just like lets you do the scritches, just like how it's happening to Storm over there with Lumi. And soon you have a bonfire, consuming the 8 bodies. You all then proceed.
Glorious.
M, as you turn and look, you see there's a lot of wind that's blowing in from the southeast a little bit, picking up a lot of sand. It's starting to actually kind of like hurt your eyes a little bit for everyone, just because the wind blowing at the sand. Roll a nature check for me, please. Also,
Just him.
yeah, just him.
Okay.
For
Why is that not wisdom?
it.
Nope. It's a 5 and a 2 on the dice.
Yeah, you're not familiar with any of this.
Would
All right.
Would anybody else be?
Well, no one notices. They just feel the wind because that was the perception check. Was
Gotcha.
it's something.
Burn, baby, burn.
Your Lance is just like cheering as the fire burns.
Lance is like trying to he's using prestidigitation to turn down the heat that M keeps turning up. because he doesn't want the bones to necessarily burn.
All right. Do you all try to enter through the trap door?
Before we go in, I do ask Erlon if I could have a couple of the scimitars. They're one-handed, right?
Yes. Actually, I think scimitars, versatile, but you can definitely wield them with one hand.
No,
Okay.
they're one-handed. They're a light
one-handed light
weapon that
weapon.
can technically be
there we go.
wielded on your offhand too.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So I'll take
Yeah, I
two.
just
They're
yeah,
finessing
I'll toss them
points.
both his way then.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
take
you
them off
feel-
the list.
You feel the weight of them, and they feel comfortable. They're not. You've trained in with this. It's not preferred. They're a little too light for your
Yeah.
preference,
Yeah,
but
they're-
they are suitable.
They're a woman's weapon. I get it.
Oof.
Jesus,
Hey.
he's killing me.
So, what happens? What happens next, guys? What do you do?
Does the hole look trapped?
Roll investigation check with disadvantage because
Are we trusting the word of the bandit? She said she
Absolutely
insisted
not.
it wasn't.
looking at it doesn't look trapped.
Is there any sigils or magic that might blow up on us?
That with that check, you looked for it. You looked for like any of the telltale signs, and you think about it. Okay, if this was something that was done very quickly because they heard people coming, maybe they didn't have enough time to set any traps for it. So the only thing that they were able to do is just lock it.
The
All right,
trap
Lan-
is wasting your time making you look for traps.
Lance will tell everybody to back up and he'll open the door.
Okay,
What do you mean, like this?
and opens the
Boom.
door.
And there was a nuke and we all died.
Nope, it leads down, and surprisingly, it looks like it's a very well taken care of steps. You look at it, and any of you can roll an Arcana check.
At disadvantage.
Yes, for those who have exhaustion with disadvantage.
Fuck.
Lance, you rolled so many nat 20s, but the disadvantage. 18 is good for it. You're able to tell very quickly, like this is a higher level spell that was used. This is like shape earth and to reshape the sand and the earth, and to basically not tunnel like through pickaxes or anything, but actually like literally pulled and pushed the stone apart with magic.
So this doesn't look like a dwarven mine or something like that. This looks more.
Roll a intelligence check again with disadvantage for it, because this is
Freaking
stone cutting
druidess.
proficiency.
11.
11. This isn't dwarvish. This looks something else. I'll ask you for one last check, a history check, with disadvantage as well. 15. You know that you know that dwarves are definitely ones who would do like, going underground, tunneling for things, but this is not dwarvish. So you think about it. Who would have done this?
The Alari Dominion. This is a
Lauren.
Dragonborn.
This is the Lauren Dominion style, perhaps, the way they shape it. It's not perfectly squarish or symmetrical like how the dwarvish ruins are. This is more of a cavern built, but the ground itself is carved into steps that would suit a more medium-sized creature.
Does that make Lance think this is more likely to be traps in here than not? Or less likely?
Well, you don't think there may be, especially if they were these bandits here. If this was created by the Lauren Dominion, this is like four ages ago, at least 1,000 years ago. It was created.
Lance will turn to the guys. Everybody can go, guys, this is probably really old down here, so be careful. Like, really, really, like, age of blood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Age of blood old.
For all of you, you would know Age of Blood was roughly 1,500 years ago. It was when the Lauren Dominion had basically conquered all of Aramare and the Rhea. do you all descend?
It's a good thing Fury got
Yep.
bored, otherwise she would have conquered everything that in the Lauren Dominion.
Let's just hit a new save file right here real quick, and
Yeah.
then we'll
Just-
descend down.
Just drop a quick save.
Quick save. Yep. Remind him save really quickly. Thank you. All right,
There
let's
you
go.
go. Yep.
You all then descend into the caverns below.
Hey DM, when I changed out my spells, could I change out my cantrips too?
No, cantrips are permanent. It's the spells only. Well, the cantrips you can change out when you level up. That's when you can change them up. But the
I
spells.
think I can change cantrips on a long rest.
And
I think
Cantrip
one.
formulas.
I
cantrip
think
formula.
only
Okay.
one.
Then yeah. If
Oh
that's
yeah,
the
it's
case-
one
cantrip
per-
formula. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Then yeah, you can change them up.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot about that rule. So my bad.
It's a
And
new
you call
rule, so
yourself a wizard.
it's a new rule. I get it. I didn't even notice it until I started playing Lance.
There you go. All right. You all descend, and I'm gonna ask, what's the marching order?
We're obviously leading with Sheldon, like you have it.
Perfect.
Unless someone objects, Zany's gonna try to go first.
All right.
How dark is this place?
It is really dark. There are some scones with that would normally have like torches, but there doesn't seem to be any lit at the moment. There's a couple
Scones?
of lanterns though that are active.
There is torch scones.
Yeah, scones. Sorry, scones.
Scones are delicious.
There's just
Eat.
snacks.
Scones are good.
Just snacks
On the
lying
wall.
about.
There's just snacks
Oh
on the
shit!
wall.
Look, there's snow. There's
You
scones.
The
notice- so
schnozberries
here's an-
taste like schnozberries.
So here's an interesting thing.
Oh God, help me.
The scones, you notice, are far older, and this is probably Age of Blood when they were installed, versus the lanterns are newer.
Cool. Lance takes the scones.
Roll an athletics check because you're literally pulling
That's
in,
the
breaking
thing
it.
that's gonna be trapped. The ancient things.
And
What
Zanny,
are
you said you want to go first currently, right?
Yeah, you all see Lance pulls and then slips and is just hanging from one of them as he cannot
Pulls a
dislodge.
hammy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Erlon.
Yeah.
Can you hook brother up?
How
What are you
high is this gone?
Yeah, I was about to say.
This is like 6 feet up, 7 feet.
Yeah, Lance, help me
Here,
up.
let me give you
Lance
a
will,
lift, buddy.
Lance will try to give you a boost.
What
Okay,
are you?
roll
What are you
another
doing?
athletics check, Lance. Again with disadvantage because you're gonna hold him while doing that. Yeah, you pull and you lift up Lance, and then you fall back. As you
Oh, don't
overexert,
lift with your back. Don't.
And
Oh man,
both
you're
fall
crazy.
prone, one on top of the other.
Okay. Someone, I need one of those, please.
Are you on the way out then? I mean,
No. I was gonna cast light on it so we could see.
Mm.
Do it on
M
something else.
just
that won't
casts
light this
produce
place up.
flame and holds a flame in his hand.
So it's
Problem
like
solved.
it's like pitch black in here.
It's dark. It's very dark. It would give you disadvantage on perception checks.
Oh, I was about to say like
Yeah.
Alice can't see, so she was like kind of just looking around like
Yeah,
lost
there are
until
some-
she saw the like
there-
light and then she looked at it.
There's
Ah,
some
okay.
lanterns that are active, but it's still dim.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot I could do this. Sheldon, and he just pulls Sheldon out of his pocket, gaslight Sheldon.
You just
He's got a
literally-
glowing turtle lamp.
and now you have a glowing turtle. What color is the glow?
Black.
Sickly
No.
green.
You create a black light.
Green.
You
It's
just
just-
Cast
turns everything
darkness.
darker.
Just
Cute
so we see
green.
what they were really doing down here with the black light.
It's ultraviolet light. It overloads dark vision.
No, it's just normal white light.
All right. Sheldon is now glowing white. So he's
And then
shining.
I
like
just
a
tell
beacon.
Sheldon to start walking, and
Goes. You put him on the ground. He kind of like looks at you with his empty sockets. It goes. And starts
There it
walking,
is.
and starts walking this way.
Oh, he is.
Follow
we
the
are leading
glowing
with
turtle.
Sheldon.
I think you can do 5 feet at every turn as a turtle.
doesn't he have the find familiar spell speed?
Sure. He's going his pace, 5 feet is his preferred.
Throw
place.
him.
I don't think Find Familiar has a stat block. It just gives you the stat block
Yeah,
of the animal
Yeah.
that
I'm
you
gonna say
choose.
he's moving at turtle speed, but he's still dashing. He's doing his 5 feet of movement a turn. So after
Okay.
like half a minute, he's
10 feet away.
30 feet away. But you notice he's going towards where what appears to be some tents.
Are we doing this stealthily? Are we moving stealthily or no?
A
up to
turtle
you
has
guys.
15
I
feet
mean,
of movement speed. by the way.
at the point that a glowing turtle started walking through the halls, I think stealth went out the window.
Yeah.
After trying to pull a sconce off
yeah.
the wall and tumbling over,
And
lost
making the
subtlety.
clatter. I think stealth went out.
Zanny just leans over to Big Red. You come in with 100 years of experience, and somebody rolls a fucking turtle through the hallways anyway.
I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna drop the scimitar in my left hand, and I'm gonna take Alice's hand because I know
Oh,
she can't
Jesus.
see very well.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna start glowing APOC.
I mean, I can.
I can make somebody else
No,
glow.
that'll
You don't want
hurt.
Sheldon to glow.
Did Big Red really say that?
No.
Yeah, Sheldon is now at least into the second room of tents.
Lance has followed him in there.
I mean,
Do we find
Oh, shit,
tents?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
all
okay.
right, fucking idiot.
He's just hauling ass as fast as he can for his little
Yeah.
turtle legs.
He's just trying to get away at this point.
Yeah.
Can I check the first tent that we come in contact with right here?
Yeah, you start looking and you see that there's a sleeping arrangement set up here. There's definitely
Sheldon,
one
come
separate
back.
space. Yeah, there's just a bunch of tents and a bunch of bedrolls.
And no one in there currently.
Not at the moment.
Can we search
we
the
just
bedrolls
killed the
for
occupants.
stuff?
All right, so you're gonna be searching.
Yeah.
All right, roll investigation check with disadvantage. 'Cause
Son of a monkey.
God
tits.
damn it.
he has the exhaustion. 11. Yeah, you
Is somebody
find a
helping me? Like
Stop
Erlon?
doing checks, damn it. Yeah, I'm in the fucking tent right now.
Does that mean I gotta take the straight roll, the 21?
I'll
If
allow
you'd
the
stop long
straight
enough to
roll.
get let somebody do it.
So you very quickly can tell that these are very sparse accommodations. It's just the tents and the bedrolls.
Do the bedrolls look like they're worth anything?
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus
Jeez
Christ.
Louise, guy.
Just saying. Your
Maybe.
turtle's fucking moving still. Can we keep going?
I'm heading down towards I cross
turtle.
over here and I see the biggest tent and I start going towards the biggest one.
At that moment, you see Sheldon just went around the entire corner.
Hey, buddy, come here. And Lance will just pick Sheldon up and just hold him as a glowing,
You just,
as a personal lantern.
you're pointing at him like that.
I just have dark vision, so I'm just going straight south.
Awesome. Yeah, you all are able to. Is Alice and Dretro also making their way there?
They are. Alice is also holding on very tightly to his hand because she cannot see.
Yeah,
At
you
all.
do see there's some lanterns
Yeah,
here, and there
shit.
are 5 chests there.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely not a trap now.
Clearly, one of them's a mimic.
Fuck.
Think I ain't chicken for that?
I
am
the big
Which
gonna
one
check,
of you guys is it?
um,
Come on, little buddy. Just show yourself.
I'm checking the area. I'm checking the area and see if there's any sort of traps nearby, pressure plates.
Oh, wait, maybe the tent's a mimic, he says as Big Red starts heading towards the tent.
Big. Yeah, I'm
You
investigating the
see
big
there's
tent.
like a zipper that could very well look like teeth.
Does
Are
Big
those
Red
eyes?
stop?
No.
He goes
Gotcha.
in
If,
front.
if you stick to it, it's a mimic.
Okay. So I'm investigating the big tent.
The big,
big
what?
tit.
The
Big what?
Big tit.
I heard something else, but okay. Go ahead and roll investigation check.
We seriously have to get Erlon laid.
He was trying.
That's the new number one. The BBEG is just Erlon not getting laid. He's gonna become
Yeah.
the BBEG.
Time to wingman Erlon.
You look around and you poke at the tent a little bit with your axe, and doesn't stick at all.
Okay.
So You then look around, and it is sparse accommodations in here also, even though this probably was reserved for the captain. But you do notice that there is a couple of crates in here as well. And that's what you notice, just a couple of crates.
All right.
One of them does have holes in it, though.
That's not good.
Holes, you say?
Yeah, small holes.
Yeah.
Do you try to
Oh
open it?
my lord, Big Red.
Jesus, guys, get your 9 out of the gutter. Yeah, so I'm gonna check the chest then. Is anybody going with me?
I'll
The
go with you.
chests. While you were checking out the tent, I'm already looking over there.
Okay, cool.
Roll
Yeah,
an
I'm-
investigation check with disadvantage, Zanny.
Oh, I did. I got a 7.
Okay, they don't appear to be trapped at all.
I got a 24 and a 7, so it was awesome.
Can I check them before she touches them?
Oh yeah, I'm doing this while you guys did that because I knew you
I mean,
weren't
would
gonna
Zanny
wait for
already
me.
be opening them up since she's determined that they are
Yeah.
not?
Like,
Yeah?
you all,
Okay.
you all were like already not waiting for me in the first place. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna get started with my actual job of checking the shit and making sure it's not gonna kill us.
Yeah. So you do open the first chest before Lance goes and says, "Hey, wait, let me help." And in there, you find
A bomb and it explodes.
Yes,
you
that's what
A
I
find
needed.
ring of 3 wishes.
The mimic.
4 portraits,
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
as
Aw.
well
Or
as
portraits.
2 bags of. Well, you haven't opened up the bags yet.
Yeah.
But 2 bags.
Those bags are the mimics. That's the trick. You put the mimics in a chest.
Everything gets checked first with the tip of the dagger, like just poke.
Roll a dex check because these are bags, so you might puncture them.
Okay. And it's just a straight check, so there you go.
Okay, that 10 was the DC. You don't poke a hole in it, and then when you open it, you see it's 2 bags of salt.
Oh, how big are the bags?
Yep.
Just like a pound of salt.
Nice. Seasoned. Oh, this is definitely some.
Fucking cursed.
Cursed salt.
Yes, it's cursed
Hell salt.
some
Hell salt.
Lance,
rent.
are you opening up the next chest?
I'm gonna check it for traps first.
Okay, roll with disadvantage.
As Zanny closes the first one, M just kind of pats the top of the chest and says, "Thanks for not biting, my friend."
Awesome. Lance, you check the second one. Doesn't appear to be trapped or anything. I mean, how are you checking, by the way? Are you like how are you
He's using his cane and doing the tapping and looking for writings or signs of scarring or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay. Look.
I see
on
him
top.
doing this, and I just flip out my knife. Like, no, you gotta check the seams for that. I give him the help action.
Okay. 17. All right. With that being said,
You see Lance go fine, and he twists the end of his cane and pulls out a dagger with it and starts poking things.
See, you gotta do that in the first place.
in there, after you open it up, you do find, for that one in particular, it is full of coins and paper currency.
Nice.
I found the money. We'll count it later.
Okay.
Lance will just. How big is this chest?
It's a sizable chest. It's not full of like coins, and the coins you see are different denominations. You see that it's like copper, silver, and gold.
Okay, but like, is it like big enough that Lance can put it in his bag of holding, or is it too big?
It would hold roughly 2,500 coins. I think it'd be a little too big.
Okay.
For the lip of the bag of holding. So, all right.
Okay.
How about just the coins?
Open the other 3.
Let's open the other 3. Yeah, we'll investigate all of them and then open them.
Okay.
I'll,
roll another investigation check.
I'll give Lance the help action on the checks.
You want
And
me
I'm
to roll
just kind of
3
like
checks?
I'm just showing him
Yeah.
how to do it.
18, 22, and 26 with the natural 20. Awesome. Yeah, you're able to determine they are not trapped. Yeah, let me just, because you're investigating these three, the ones in the corner for it. There is one exception though. You poke the middle one, and it immediately turns into a mimic.
Son of a bitch.
Everyone, roll initiative, please.
There he is. There's
Yes.
the guy.
Well, we knew we had to find one. What do they got
Oh,
down
that's
here?
a check.
Garden
That's
shit?
considered a check, isn't it?
Yeah,
Oh,
with a
Oh
disadvantage.
no!
okay.
You are fortunately not trapped by it because
I
of
poked it with the stick.
you poked it with the stick.
Yeah, you poke it. You poke things.
Oh no, you guys. I'm
All
fucking
right.
useless back here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Thank goodness.
Big kitty yawn.
All right. Do we have everyone? I see Apop, Lance, Alice, Sandy, M. Erlon, did you roll? 18. I don't think you popped up in there, but let me add you to it.
Yeah, I did roll an 18. Sorry.
No worries. Okay. What's your dex modifier? Is it a +3, I think?
+3. Yep.
Cool. And APOC, I think yours is just a +2. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. All right.
faster.
So yeah, Erlon, you hear Lance shout, "It's a mimic," or something
The fuck?
equivalent.
Does
It's not the tits.
Lance wouldn't shout that. He would just go, "Oh, it's a mimic."
Okay. Oh, it's a mimic, is what you hear.
Perfect.
So what you do? It is in the corner, and Lance is in the way, though.
You can jump
Am
on
I
the chest.
able
You're
to-
tiny.
Little thing.
Am I able to go around those other chests? Say,
Do you want to
Go on.
jump on the chests to attack? It'll
like,
require
because
an
these are already
acrobatics check.
cleared, correct?
Yeah, but they're not pulled out.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm going
roll,
to jump over one of them to get
Okay.
behind the mimic.
roll an acrobatics check.
Jump on
Okay.
it. Jump on it.
All right,
Very
easy
20.
enough. Just like Mario, you Mario it, jump right over,
Wahoo!
and you land behind the mimic.
Collect 1 coin.
All right. Then I don't have rage. Shit. I'm gonna attack anyways. Fuck it.
All right, roll your first attack.
You don't get rage back after a short rest?
No,
I
it's a
think it's a
long
long
rest.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a long dang.
And then do I get advantage now that
You gotta sleep
Um,
before you can get mad again.
You'd have to.
Like-
It would have to be right here for a person to have flanking. Unfortunately, you don't have the flanking.
Oh yeah, okay.
Can he
That's
move
fine.
1 square over?
That's the wall.
That's the
I didn't
Wall.
ask
Do
if
it
that was a
anyway.
wall. I asked if he could
Do
move
it
1 square
anyway.
over.
Dude, I can't
No.
jump off the wall.
Jump
Become
on the
one
wall.
with the wall.
Go ahead.
Ponto,
roll it.
jump on it.
That's 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Roll damage. 13 damage. Nice. You slam into its back, and it lets out a hiss and a cry. All right.
Oh
Anything else?
no, we're good. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna use my bonus action. You're fine.
All right. Apoc, you are next.
Miss Alice, will you be safe here?
Darling, I'm gonna run the opposite direction. Do not worry.
She can't see shit.
Again, there are lanterns. You could.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I've said that like 4 times.
except for Alice is pretending she can't see anything.
Yeah, she's no. Alice is always being very dramatic, right? You have to take
That's
that
fine.
into
Then she'll run
account.
into a wall. All right. Apoc, what you doing?
Can I run to here and then attempt to leap onto leap over the leap onto the box, the crate?
Roll an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Hell yeah! Come on.
You're trying to balance on the chest. You are able to do so.
Okay.
So you are now on top of the chest, and you can take an attack.
Which I will. He's wielding his weapon two-handed because he dropped the katana to hold Alice's hand, so he's going to attack.
Awesome. Roll to hit.
And
23 definitely hits. Roll damage.
Woo!
9 damage. A solid
take it.
strike.
with a
I'll take-
woman's sword.
That's right. That's right. Think about what would happen if I had a real weapon.
Aye.
Would be
boy.
less.
Like, for those who are watching out there who may not be familiar, APOC's journey is about redemption and TP mentality. So please, we're not pushing any
Be kind to
masochistic
APOC.
men.
Absolutely not. Raised by a
just-
grandmother and a mother only, I am a feminist.
That's why I just want to put it out there for those who are tuning in the first time.
Yes.
Just please, we're not promoting anything
APOC.
like.
APOC
Jesus.
is the devil.
All right, there
Yeah,
we go.
listen.
Anything for your bonus action, APOC?
For the bonus action, no, not yet.
Okay, cool. Dr. Zanny.
She sees everybody running up and smacking a mimic with melee weapons and just sighs. Well, you gotta use ranged weapons like this. And starts climbing up on top of the one next to.
Roll an acrobatics check. You're climbing on top of something, so
I'm probably
acrobatics.
gonna fall on my face. This is gonna be the one.
You're
This is
gonna
the
fall
one.
in the mimic.
You have
Oh.
disadvantage, so yeah, you slip, but you are able to maintain yourself. The DC is only 10.
Oh Lord.
Just tiredly drags herself on top of the chest so that she can aim down instead of across, so she doesn't like crossfire with Erlon.
Okay. And take your shot.
And and she's gonna just blast. She's not gonna Eldritch blast. She was loading a full ass shotgun shell with this thing. She's gonna blast it with patience. Fuck this thing. Let's see. Am I considered to have flanking with Erlon?
Now you do. Yes, you would have flanking now, so you have advantage.
Cool.
Good stuff.
Boy, did I need it.
19 hits. Roll damage.
All right. I don't have advantage on that. Stop that. There we go. And sneak attack. Thank you.
12 damage. You blow a hole right through its teeth. It's looking really hurt. Anything for bonus?
Like it's just going. I'm just going. Ew.
All right. Okay. Next up is M. M. What you doing?
He's going to use a ranged attack from ranged, the way ranged attacks were meant to be made. He is going to let's see, what do I want to do? Since I was holding the produce flame fire for some light, I just throw it at the mimic.
Awesome. You just push it and eject and throw. Roll an attack.
You got this, Em.
That should be good. Yeah.
19 hits. Roll damage. 8. Damn. Lasts into it. It is looking incredibly hurt. Anything for bonus?
For my bonus, I will. No, I don't need to activate Blazer for this. No, that's fine. That's all.
All right. And Lance.
Lance is gonna boop it with the staff because
Alright.
he can't. He's not getting attacked by this thing by trying to move away.
All right. Roll an attack with your cane.
Two-handed.
Miss. You just. and you
I'll use
almost-
my inspiration on that. We're gonna try again.
Okay. You're about to hit. It's almost like.
Yes.
All right. 18 hits. Roll damage. You're about to hit.
Two-handed.
Whack! And it just. You break its skull after it suffers so many hits.
It's
you
got a
whack it
skull.
And bonk right through it. The mimic is.
And then he mends it.
And then it's all better.
And
It's all
then he
better
mends it.
now.
And I bring it back to life, and it's my pet now.
DM, I have a question for harvesting monsters. Are we using that one set of books?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, because I'm about to ask questions myself.
I'm trying to get to that section real quick. So I already have the
Oh,
book
God.
open
Yeah.
conveniently.
Because you
Never
knew.
even stood a chance.
While you do that, Erlon literally just says like, "Well, that was fun," and then goes back to the tent.
Yep.
Yep.
Do you
Yeah, that
open
was,
the box with the holes, Erlon?
I'm obviously gonna check it first. Yeah.
Okay. You do hear
There's never more than one mimic.
you hear some scratching noises coming from inside.
It's the pupper.
Can I talk to it first? Like, see if it's humanoid or something?
You talk to it in what language?
Should we do Rian? No. I'll do it in common.
Okay. What do
So
you say to it?
in common, I just ask like if there's a person inside, just like who's in there.
You just hear a sound. A tapping sound. Sorry. I
Oh,
was
tapping.
hitting it. I was hitting it, hoping it would echo into the mic, but no, there's a tapping sound.
All right, I'm just gonna like literally take like the hilt of my axe and kind of like just. Is there a lock on it?
There's a latch. It's not even locked.
Okay, then I'm just gonna kind of like just unlatch it really quick on the bottom of my axe.
You're going to
All
release
right.
the mind flare.
Fuck.
You see a chicken.
Oh my god.
It just looks at you.
It's pure evil.
And that's where we're gonna take a break. So there's an egg underneath her. You imagine this is where they get their eggs.
Oh my god.
How long, Gassan? 15?
15 minutes, please. Yep.
Perfect.
So the suspense.
It's the Harbinger. Get it.
This poor chicken.
Get that
It's
chicken.
endless war.
Give
It's
her.
come back
This becomes
in
your
the
new
form
pet.
of a chicken.
The new pet of the campaign.
Yes.
All right. 15-minute break, y'all. I'll see you at around 8:30. So see you
Okay.
then.
Yep. Yep.
We're live.
Yay, she's learning.
Learning.
We did it.
Yay.
We're good to go. I wasn't stupid this time. I'm sorry,
All right, we're
everybody,
back.
that I normally end the stream. That's on me.
No worries, no worries. Welcome back, everyone. We pick up right where we left off. Erlon, you just found a chicken.
Well, that's right, I did.
Just looks at you and kind of like tilts her head a little bit.
Erlon's totally gonna try to catch it.
Oh
gonna-
shit!
You're gonna pick her up.
Oh, you just pick her up? Oh, okay. Well,
You open the latch and you lid open, and she's right there.
No, that's not as much fun. The chicken gets
I'm-
loose and Erlon tries to catch it.
Is that you're not the captain asking? So what do you do?
I'm literally just gonna tell the group that we're gonna have chicken tonight, and then just put her back into that little cage-esque.
We're
Yep,
having chicken tonight.
we're having chicken tonight. And then you said that there's other things to look through, or
Yep, there would be other goods in there. You all, after killing the mimic and everything, are able to look through the different boxes and assortments and stuff, and you find the following. You find that there's the coin chest, 30 rations, 4 portraits, the box of trade goods, which includes 1 gold bar, 2 bags of salt, and a chicken, and then 2 potions.
No phoenix feather.
no phoenix feather?
That's through everything in one of the boxes, though, or one of the crates. The chests. My bad. Because I didn't post that in there. I have it on the map. You find a couple of interesting items. You do find the phoenix feather.
Ooh.
It is glowing golden. It's in by itself in its own separate chest, and there is a glow with like tendrils of small fire, harmless fire, that just is emanating out of it.
Beautiful.
Who picks it up? All right, Lance, you go and you pick it up, and it is very, very light and very warm. It's not scorching hot.
Lance casts detect magic.
There is definitely a lot of elemental primal magic that blurs the schools of magic.
Interesting. Is anything else that we found magical so far?
The 2 potions. Do you have the identify spell?
I do.
Okay. Do you sit down and cast the identify spell on them both?
Oh yeah, I'll spend 10 minutes doing a ritual.
Okay. So you draw the magic circle on the ground, and everyone watches as he draws it, and then he draws the 2 bend a circle so that it's almost like an infinity sign within the magic circle, and in the middle of the 2 circles within the circle, he puts the potions in there, and starts ritually casting, and it starts to glow with the arcane powers that be in there.
Is it gonna take him 20 minutes because there's 2?
Yeah.
Alice is gonna help him. She's also gonna ritual cast identify on whichever one he's not doing it on.
Okay. Same situation. You do it. Since you're a bard, though, yours is less. Wait, just quick. So for the identify for you, is it ritual or cast?
I can ritual cast it.
Oh, okay, great. So you do the same thing ritually for it and are able to do the same. The 2 of you are able to find out. One of them is a potion of greater healing, and the other is a potion of growth.
Erlon.
Which one do I have?
Let me roll for it.
Finally.
You have the potion of growth.
Oh yeah, first thing she's gonna say is, "Where's Big Red? Big Red? Darling, come here, come here, come here, come here. I have a present for you, come here." She's gonna hold it up,
Alright.
she goes, "Are you tired of being Little Red?"
Yes.
Because this right here, in the heat of a battle, if you drink this, you will finally become the Big Red you were destined to be.
For
Oh my
4 to
God.
6 rounds.
I will trade you a chicken for it.
I do not want a chicken, thank you. I would actually prefer you didn't give me a chicken in exchange for this.
Wait, you have a chicken?
There's a chicken.
Yeah, his name is Colonel.
Oh,
Like-
Clearly
like-
was a female, but okay.
You leave Colonel Henry out of this.
Is that his name or rank?
It's It is a female because there's an egg inside, but
Yeah,
oh my god.
that's why I'm like,
Cool.
and growing
you
up, I
have
think
two
Erlon
chickens,
would
is
know
that
the
what-
difference between a male, a rooster, and a female
100%.
chicken.
So what you just told me though was you have two chickens. You
No,
have two chickens.
one chicken.
Well, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Oh,
my
god.
Oh, help me.
Because we
All
can
right,
turn
I
the
will
egg into
gladly
another
take-
chicken.
I will gladly take that potion, Alice.
She's
Uh,
gonna give it to him, but only if he keeps the chicken away from her.
Fine. I was about to just kill this chicken right now for this thing, but it's okay. Yeah.
But add into your inventory, Big Red, a potion of growth.
I
The
thought you were going
best
to say
thing
add into
ever.
your inventory a chicken.
And you can too if you want. Who's taking the potion of greater healing?
Probably the doctor.
I mean,
I
you're the
don't
one who
have one.
identified it, Lance, so you can give it to whoever you want, or
Yeah, so-
anyone else can voice it out.
Lance will just hand it to Zanny and say, greater healing.
Oh, thanks. While they've been ritually identifying, I have been going to work on this mimic, getting what I can get that's useful.
Okay. Before that, though, you are the one that is we're also opening up the chests with Lance.
Oh, that's right.
correct?
Yeah, we got all of those opened up. Before I forget, because I already did once, I also want to check these chests to make sure they don't have secret compartments.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
If we're working together, I can help.
Yep, because
Okay.
the whole disadvantage thing. So 14. All right, awesome. One by one, you check. There are no secret compartments, but there is one chest that you were standing on that was right next to the mimic that has a peculiar object. As you open it up, it is just the one thing in there. And it looks like this. It is a large piece of amber.
Is there a mosquito in it?
No, not a mosquito, but when Zanny, do you look into it a little bit?
Yeah, is there something inside of it?
There looks like there is. Roll a perception check. You're trying, well, investigation, because this is more you're trying to see through it.
I'm so good at these. There it is.
Well,
You roll disadvantage enough, you'll get an natural one sooner or later.
Yeah, you think you see something, but you're not sure.
I'm standing there with her, right?
Yep.
Can I look and see?
All right, roll an investigation check with disadvantage. And this is not something that can be helped with because it's you're looking.
Yeah,
at it.
you're just
13.
13. There looks to be like there's a large object in there, at least like fist size. Looking at it, it looks reddish.
Can
Is
I
there
make
there
a
something in there?
medicine check? Because I think I know what that is.
Sure. Go ahead, roll a medicine check. Doesn't look like anything.
I was thinking it's a heart, but
Doesn't look organic. It looks crystalline.
yeah, there's a red something in there. Do you see it? It's almost blends in with the amber.
I can't see shit in there. Let's go hurt.
Alice, come look at this. You have eyes.
I'm gonna
Alice is
see what the other eye sees too.
Oh. Is my
Okay.
detect magic still up?
Yeah, and it's strange. It's not picking up anything.
I'm gonna, not knowing literally everybody is gathering behind me, I'm gonna lift up my patch and see what it looks like through the other eye.
Okay. Everyone notices as Zanny lifts up her eye patch. There's a glowing purplish ultraviolet eye that with no pupil or anything, just the eye orb itself. And it almost is glowing, so it's almost emanating for it. Roll one more time that investigation check.
If this one I fuck up, then the inspiration will come out.
14.
Hey.
Okay. With the eye, it is a lower DC. You are able to pierce through the amber with it and see a metallic necklace with a gem embedded in it.
Like I start leaning in closer, and then like I cover up the good eye so that I try to focus in on it, and I'm just trying to
Roll an
hold off the
insight
headache.
check or a history check. One has a higher DC.
Say insight or history.
Yep.
They are both the same. However, is this related to a magic item, alchemical object, or a technological device?
Yes.
Then history, because I have expertise.
Okay.
Can Alice say what the hell is it, Zanny, and cast guidance?
Sure. And you cast guidance on her as you're seeing her eye is literally glowing and shining. Her one eye that she usually covers. So this is taking aback a lot of you all, but you do so. And you have guidance on top of this, Zanny.
So, because this is something that I have the artificer's lore. You gave me guidance, right? So that's a D4.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I guess I'll take these at disadvantage still.
Hey,
Damn, I guess the 15 then.
15. All right. All right. I just sent you a message. That
You're
could
not
be
entirely
Zanny's reaction, literally.
yeah,
Um,
As you all notice, her heart starts beating quicker, or like her body tenses.
You can
Your
probably
eye's
see
still
the veins
glowing
in
as
her
you are
neck.
holding.
Like the veins in
You're
her
not-
neck are starting to pop. Like
Are you closing your eye patch because it is hurting you? Every
yeah,
time
yeah.
you
Oh
do
no,
it.
there's signs of like physical strain right now on her. She just finally puts the eye patch down and just covers
Roll
that
a
eye.
con save for me to see if you have a headache now.
Fucking Anna. Con save. My worst one.
Alice is just gonna look at Lance and go, "Oh,
Yeah,
darling,
you
she
have a
needs a
headache.
drink. She needs
You
a
have a-
drink."
Splitting headache on top of the exhaustion.
Caffeine. Need caffeine. Orca Cola, Valid Drop, something like that.
You start saying, or as Alice is saying you need a drink, you just have a Valley drop in your hand before you finish that sentence.
That is not what I
Just-
meant.
Eyes closed, light. Top of it comes off. Just. Fucking hell! It's a.
Who's holding
Lance.
I think Lance is still the one holding it.
That's the goddamn memory jam.
Sweet. Do we need to break the amber to get it out?
I mean, something this size probably best try to save as much as we can. But fuck me, it's in there.
Is the amber the gem, or is the thing inside the gem?
It's a necklace. There's a necklace in there.
It'd be a pity to ruin such a beautiful stone, though. I mean, do you know how much money this could get you?
Trust me,
Amber
honey.
is considered a
Some things
precious.
that are better than money, and that is knowledge.
What's inside is worth more than any gold, silver, or platinum we could ever get our hands on.
You know, I just am inclined to disagree.
Mm.
Can you do like, oh, Lance, can you fix it afterwards?
I mean, probably
You
Maybe.
guys get whatever
tomorrow.
you want.
I can't. I got rid of mending for today.
Oh.
I will hold all the little pieces. It's just I am not going to let you destroy this beautiful artifact if I can take it home and get it turned into like 57 pieces of jewelry.
I mean, we find someone
Well,
strong enough, we might just be able to shape it.
If I break it, then you can. It's already cut for you.
That's fair. Just don't shatter it, is what I'm asking for.
As
Where's
Lance is
the-
holding it like he's about to slam it on a rock.
Okay. Where's the phoenix feather? Because you also had it. So are you holding both of them at the same time?
No, I put that in my bag.
Okay. You put it in your bag. Gotcha. No one has any idea though why, like what is being going on with this
So,
large amber.
as like after a moment, like rubs her eye out, and so that thing's got a gem in it. It's on a necklace, and I remember those things. If it's what I think it is, it's a gem that like remembers everything it's ever been around, ever through the history of time.
Oh.
Hey,
Mhm.
Sandy, you got all kinds of shit in your pockets, right?
I mean, yeah.
Do you have jeweler's tools on you?
It's like the one thing I don't.
All this
Well,
does
let's save.
sound very. I will mention what Zanny is saying does sound very fantastical. No, all of you all can roll Arcana checks if you are ever heard anything like this.
It's like the ultimate record of all history.
The ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
Yeah, look, none of you. This is magic that she's talking about that you've never heard of.
Lance just wants it out of the rock now, though. He heard memory something, and he stopped listening and was just trying to figure out how to cut this thing open.
It is interesting for you, Lance. You cast detect magic and you didn't sense anything.
I'm gonna sit for another 10 minutes and see if I can identify it. See if I can get through it.
Okay. While Lance is doing this, is anyone else doing anything?
Yeah, if he's gonna set up a ritual, then I suppose I have time to do mine as well. I'm gonna as Lance starts setting up for his ritual, I'm going to pull out some of the little sticks and bones that I bought at the store earlier. And I'm going to start arranging them out in some specific patterns and take the time to do an augury ritual.
Awesome. Anyone else doing anything?
What time of day is it?
It is getting close now to 6:37. It is pretty much evening time.
Oh, we
You
should
know what?
probably sleep in this cave tonight.
Probably
Team,
should.
I'm thinking that maybe we want to
Yeah.
hunker down.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This is a filthy cave with
I
sand and
refuse. Look, you have two options. You hand me that amber right now and we do not break it and we sleep here tonight, or you break the amber and we walk ourselves back to town.
How about this? I'll make you a deal. I will give you the amber tonight after I'm done with my ritual. When we get to town, I will expertly, because I am just that good, cut the necklace inside out of it, and then afterwards I will take and cut and polish the rest of the amber into stones for you, as many
Why
as
do
you
I
need.
get the feeling you've never actually done that before?
I have a feeling that's basically it.
And also, I'm sleeping here regardless of what happens. I'm like almost falling asleep right now.
Lance
Yeah.
pulls out his spell book and looks at you and goes, I promise on my spell book, I actually do know how and am proficient enough to cut this stone for you.
So tell
I
me if you...
have skills as a jeweler.
And if you fail
Then
to
you
do
can
so,
burn my spell book, and I
then
will no longer be able to cast magic.
then you owe Miss Alice a favor of her choosing at the time of her choosing.
Perfect.
Is that
Speaking of
acceptable?
things worth more than gold, holy wow. You just agreed to that? Just like that?
Yeah, things are different here on the Prime, honey.
Okay, but I get to choose my tent.
Oh, it's probably gonna be the big one.
That one has a chicken in it.
She's not going
I'll
anywhere
take
near
the
that
chicken
chicken.
away.
Well, it has to be big enough because obviously APOC is going to sleep somewhere near her. They can't both be in a
Oh.
tiny tent.
Erlon makes
When
that
the tent
noise.
is a rockin'.
I don't understand. I understand that you're trying to be humorous. I don't quite understand the humor. But
When you're older.
When you're my age.
you're
Isn't
very
M like
strange.
1,000 years old?
He's a
Right,
teenager. He's
right.
483.
He's fine.
So, Lance, you ritually cast Identify on it, and the spell just fails automatically. The magic
Oh.
activates, and then it just disappears into the crystal.
Sweet.
I wait for him to finish. I wait for him to finish, and I just go, "Didn't work, did it?"
No.
Admit it. You were going to say
that's
you were waiting for
awesome.
him to fail.
Told you.
It felt like the spell went
too.
off, and then it just immediately got absorbed into the amber.
I wonder if Lance is going to cast Chill Touch on it.
Okay.
Do not break it.
You cast on it, and the
No.
magic just ricochets off of it.
Interesting.
Roll a d8.
Oh, for love of Pete, if you shoot one of us.
Sheldon goes poof as the necrotic damage ricochets and slams into Sheldon, and Sheldon suffers the necrotic damage and disintegrates.
Did you just kill your
I'll
turtle?
get you back later, buddy.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, are we done throwing spells at the amber?
No, but we're done
Yes,
for
you
tonight.
are.
We're
Yes,
done
you
for
fucking are.
We're done for tonight. Because I have to give it to Alice now, because that's what I promised I would do.
Does
As he
anybody
holds it
feel
out
that
to Alice.
his reaction to Sheldon poofing away is the exact same reaction he'd give to any of us that poofed away?
Yes. No, honestly, if he had reacted
Probably.
another way, I would have been surprised and a little bit weirded out.
Lance, you're curious because normal amber
Isn't
does
reflective.
is not reflective of magic.
Lance was just trying to figure out if this was like something that absorbed all magic and if he could use it as like a anti-magic bubble protector. Like if we ran across some big powerful magic, if he could use it to absorb said magic.
Guys, we can just all make really big rings, and every time we get shot, we go phew, 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 phew,
Wonder Woman style.
Yeah.
All right.
If you like it, then you should have put a ring.
It always makes that sound too.
All right. You hand over the amber to Alice.
Yep.
All right. It is heavy, Alice. This is like a bowling ball heavy because it is a huge piece of amber.
All right. I need another 10 minutes, guys, before we can go anywhere else.
Well, I think we're staying here tonight.
That's fine, but we should probably make sure the rest of the cave is clear.
Well, there's a chicken in my tent, so it's not clear.
I'll take Colonel out.
After you go get Colonel situated, Red, can you help me with this fake treasure chest over here?
Sure. I got you.
DM, do you want me to send you what's in the book?
I have it,
Okay.
but
Do you have the
let
big
me-
book or the small book? Which one are you using?
Let me see. I'm using a Hammond Handbook V1.
Okay.
Is that the one
I
you
have
use?
another book that has different things in it, so that we got from Liana, so I just didn't know which one you were using.
Gotcha. This is the one I believe I had from you, but let me
Yep.
double check.
It is.
Hey,
Let me-
I have them both open. They have different things in them. That's why I was looking
Okay,
at
I'm
them.
going to use the Hammond version just because I'm more
Okay.
familiar with that one. So
Yep.
do you want to try to, both you as well as Zanny, start harvesting?
No, Lance is gonna summon back Sheldon. Zanny was gonna harvest
Okay.
with Erlon's
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zanny's asking for Red to help her.
Gotcha.
Okay. That's fine.
1 second. I'm searching for the mimic. There it is. Okay, cool. Found the mimic section. All right. Lance, you are working on resummoning Sheldon, and when you do summon him, mark off the 10 the 100 silver worth of incense, and he pops back up because it's 10 gold, so it's 100 silver.
Yep.
When he does come back, he does give you a very hollow look.
So the same as every other look.
Very much.
Does he cough a little harder at me?
Yes.
Can you demonstrate,
No.
please?
No. You only get one per session. So, Erlon, what are you doing with the chicken? You said take care of it. So I'm like, what are you doing exactly? Are you killing her, or are you letting her wander around? What you doing?
Since I promised Alice I'd take it away, I'll put it in kind of like on the top of my pack, but like her little head's popping out right now.
Okay. So she's just actually is enjoying the freedom for a moment.
You said there was an egg in there, right?
Yep.
Can I look at the egg?
Okay.
Does it look like a normal chicken egg?
Roll a perception check.
Huh?
Roll a perception check.
Fucking hell, it's an ostrich egg. What is an ostrich egg
Holy
doing
shit!
here?
It's
It
that
appears to be a normal egg.
Lance has read enough dumb books in his life that he's sitting there going, huh, there's already one monster down here. I wonder if this is a cockatiel egg.
Congratulations, Lance. You're the mother of all chickens.
I think it's Erlon is now the father of all chickens.
We'll see if Colonel lives.
What are you
And
doing
then
with
at
the
that
egg?
point, after I put her away, I'll help Zanny harvest the mimic then.
Okay. But first things first, Lance, what are you doing with the chicken egg or the egg?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it goes in the bag
Okay.
of colding.
Okay.
Actually, wait, do we want to try to hatch chicken?
No.
Okay, because if it
Nope.
goes in the bag of colding, it'll kill it. But if we want to try to hatch
Just-
it, then we.
So
don't put it-
I'm a farm boy. It's definitely not fertile. There's
Yeah,
it's just an egg.
there's exactly one chicken here, right?
one
Erlon?
chicken.
One chicken. So
So-
therefore, no rooster to fertilize the egg.
I mean, it's true. There is no rooster.
Okay, is there chicken bones around here somewhere?
Oh my god.
Roll an investigation check.
Dear Lord.
You are unable to find any chicken bones.
Okay. Lance will just put it in the bag. Just be like, there could have been a rooster at one point. You book it. And he's going to wander off. He's like, I'm going to go over here.
Just accept
And
it
he
raw.
just starts leaving.
Thank God.
He casts light on Sheldon again. We're going on an adventure. We're going to go this way and see what's over here.
Oh,
So,
thanks.
As you're
16.
leaving, I'm going to yell over to you. Yeah, maybe we should check to make sure the cave is completely clear before we go to bed.
I said that like 20 minutes ago.
Well, you're
You know
the
what?
only one going.
Erlon, you speak wisdom. I'm glad that we have you here to lead us. I think that's a wonderful idea.
Lance is getting
As he's already gone.
All right.
What's
let's
down
do-
here?
You do
Lance
find
has
a
no
pool of
wisdom.
water for Lance. You do see like this is perhaps where they were able to get some water from an underground spring.
Does it look like normal water or is there like creepiness around it?
Roll a nature check.
Hear sirens singing.
You are
You're the
unsure.
most suspicious fucking person ever.
The water's encased in amber.
You just see water and it's dark, and even with like the light, you're not able to tell if there's anything underneath it. And so, I'm
Oh,
guessing-
Sheldon's a turtle, right?
yeah.
Is he a turtle or a tortoise?
I think we settled on turtle.
Perfect. Hey, buddy, you can swim, right?
Just looks at you.
He's just gonna toss him at the edge and just kind of push him in. Like, go on. He's still glowing.
He sinks because he has nothing buoyancy to push himself or swim. So he sinks like a rock
Oh my god.
down.
Well, that's what I said on the
below.
edge, like shallow edge. So he'll land
You are able to resummon him because that is a familiar, but you just see him unable to swim, and because of the way his body is made with the hollowness of the water, he doesn't have anything that can help him resurface. So he just sinks, and the light goes.
Lance will bring him back up and just be like, okay, so
He
maybe we
stares
need
at
to.
you even with more hollowness, dripping wet.
Is he dripping water? Just
Yeah,
like
he's
just like water running out of him.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not a very good turtle. Like, I know. Okay, yes, I know. Stop! Don't give me that look. I
Well,
know
it's not like he wants to fight
because
you.
you have no like innards or anything like that. But still, come on, like you're still a turtle. You should still be able to swim.
Familiars cannot attack. And you imagine with the amount of animosity at this moment, probably is a good thing.
Come on, let's go. He'll recast light on him and
There's
take
a
him
reason
back.
why he was trying to walk so fast. All right, back to the harvesting. Zaddy, survival check, please. With Erlon helping you, you have it straight, no disadvantage.
Survival or nature?
This is gonna be survival.
Survival, okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw my inspiration at that to see if I can get higher at this.
Damn.
Because that was a perfectly average roll. Oh nope, I guess it's gonna be not that. Yep, never mind.
All right, you spend a good hour working on it, and you're able to get different vials of mimic glue. So, right into your inventory or on a sheet, mimic glue.
How many vials did I manage to get out of that? Probably not too much with that kind of check, but
just one good vial. You were trying to pull it, extract it from it, and it only gives one vial on a success. With that being said, you can actually, if you want, to try to roll I'd say like either an intelligence or wisdom to try to determine its worth.
sure, yeah. Oh, come on.
Yeah, it's not too high of a DC. You would imagine that this is very powerful adhesive. You'd imagine a good 40 silver from it.
Oh man, the desire to turn this into the actual like glue that like permaglues things together.
Oh yeah.
The desire to just be like,
it could be used as a component for that kind of glue, but that's a legendary. Yeah, it would maybe, but mark it into your inventory. Mimic glue.
Yep. Thank you.
You all are
Erlon.
settling in for the night. Is that the case?
Oh, before Sandy walks away, Alice is going to. I'm sure Apoc is nearby, but she's gonna beckon Zanny over and Inrian go. Zanny, tired are, but can you tell me a little bit more yourself?
That took a second for me to parse out, but I did get there.
Progress.
Yes. I mean, if you want to take some time, yeah.
Nothing big. Just learn. I will want to.
All right, Yoda.
No, she's just really bad at conjugating.
Yeah. Yeah, picking that up.
I will say, Erlon knows Rian. So he hears all this and he responds with that in Rian.
That was rough. That was really rough.
Alice just wants to have like a, I don't know, 30-minute, hour conversation with Zanny. Work on her Rian a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I could teach her Ian.
Sorry,
I'll take
I know sweet Rian.
All right. We are settling in, so this is now going to get into a time soup area. I'm going to just start asking people what they're doing as the night progresses, and this can be interactive or role playing or just settling
out.
in,
We have a whole nother branch of the tunnel that Lance is going to explore.
which I was about to
I was
also
about to say,
tell
did
you.
Lance ever come back
Okay.
first?
The smell there isn't that great, Lance.
The latrine.
Um,
I keep going.
Lance doesn't notice.
Yeah, but
Lance just keeps going.
keeps going, and then he starts seeing flies, and then sees a big pile of that.
Doo-doo.
That's
With-
where they hide their real treasure.
Send Sheldon. Send Sheldon.
Sheldon just unsummons himself, like, nope.
Never breaks the pact never again.
Lance will come back to you guys and go, there's water over there, and there's a shit corner.
All right, let's enter this.
A shit corner and you didn't say, Lance? That's
Congratulations.
crazy. Oh,
You mean they had a fresh water supply and then they had another tunnel for them to do hygienic things in? You mean they planned this? Oh no.
oh no.
Well, I imagine it smells back there. At least they're not in the same tunnel.
And then
Yeah,
it makes sense.
they're smart enough to not shit in their own water supply.
They were
Congrats
smart enough.
to them.
Oh, hey, should we go lock that door?
Oh, you mean up top? Yeah. Yeah, if we're gonna stay down here tonight, we should probably do that.
You would know it locks from the outside.
Only locks from the outside.
Perfect. Lance is just gonna go and like poke his head out and see if those guys are back or anything.
You look outside, and there is a roaring sandstorm.
Lance will come down and he's not gonna
Your hair is
clean
kind
the
of
sand
full
out of
sand.
himself yet. He's just gonna walk back and be like, well, Alice, I don't think we have a choice of leaving tonight, even if we were planning on it. You're on mute.
Did you bury your head in the sand?
No, I just stuck my head out the hole. There's a massive sandstorm going on out there. And unless you want to be, what's the word? Sandblasted down to your skeleton, I would suggest staying in here.
You would like that, wouldn't you? Me being sandblasted down to my skeleton?
You make it sound so dirty.
I'm not the one who does 16 knows what with a dead body. I saw you putting one back together today. What are you going to do with that head?
Turn it in for the bounty.
What are you going to do before we get back to Wahatwa?
Put it in the bag of colding so it doesn't rot.
I'm just saying, one of you might want to keep an eye on him tonight. I've heard of his
I'm not
kind
the one who
before.
was stripping down the bandit lady earlier, Erlon.
To be fair, that's to be expected of him. Have you met him?
I'm just saying that's creepier than what I was doing.
I was looking for the feather. Just looking for the feather.
What feather?
The phoenix feather.
The one
Phoenix
who
feather, the thing that brought us out here. Miss
the
Allen.
You know
reason
the
we're
one
here?
thing.
Are you sure you weren't looking for her flower?
Oh my God, no, not at all.
Oh boy.
I don't
Not
know.
like that.
Alice.
Here, Lance will hand Alice her bottle and
Thank
be like,
you. I've been dramatically
you're too
sober
sober.
all day
You're
today.
you're too sober. Go into your tent and drink yourself to happy.
This is what happens when she's sober.
This is why
Alice,
you want
go to-
alcohol in her.
Go to your tent and have at least 3 nightcaps doctor's orders.
I'm glad we're finally understanding what I need. She's gonna go lay down and she's not gonna drink herself into a stupor, but she will have a drink and offer APOC a nightcap as well.
Oh, thank you. It's Jetro, but thank you. I'm going to go ahead and take my position outside the tent.
Before he does that, she's gonna grab him on either side of his face, and she's gonna look him in the eyes and go, Jetro, Jetro, Jetty, Jetty, Jetro. I'll get there. And then she's gonna pat him on the cheek a few times.
Okay. Okay. Sleep. Sleep. Wake up.
I will just mention it's only 8 o'clock.
She's
Guys
going to
are
be drinking
hungry.
herself into a stupor.
Yeah, you guys are hungry, and you're probably not going to fall asleep anytime soon until
It's
like
like
for at
she's
least
gonna
another
have,
2
like,
hours.
Hey,
one
there's 30
drink.
rations there. We can make a nice little snacky.
Yeah.
We also have a chicken.
And an
We
egg.
can make an even nicer snacky.
We can make some soup. We can make a nice stew.
Is there bread in the rations?
Yeah, there are some hard bread.
If we grind that bread up, and we cut the chicken up, and we mix the egg, and we can like put the bread on the outside and heat the chicken up and make it all crispy.
I kind of like the chicken.
Yeah.
You want to
We could
keep
just
my
cook the chicken.
Alice, you're muted.
It's because I changed my ears today right before I got on, so like I'll unmute myself and start talking away, and then it's like, no.
Sorry. But you do hear Erlan say, I like the chicken.
She's
So-
gonna pop her head out and go, we're absolutely not keeping the chicken. Are we keeping the chicken?
Erlon, when we told you we'd help you pick up chicks, this is not what we meant.
Wait, are we keeping the chicken? Erlon, are we keeping the chicken? Do you want to keep the chicken?
As I just
I
pull
mean,
it
I'm
out,
sure she's a nice lady.
as I pull it out of my pack, I look at it, and there's just
And she dies.
All right.
Was a nice
Chicken
lady.
for dinner tonight.
"'Tis a
This-
farmer life for me."
Yep.
Yeah, I know that laugh.
All right.
I
You
like
all
Alice's reaction when you didn't want me to keep the chicken.
She didn't want to watch you kill it.
You did.
It was not like bloody. It was
She
pretty.
doesn't care.
No, it was just
Lan-
super painful.
for the rest of the evening, Lance is gonna count the coin chest.
Okay. You count the coin chest while you all dismember the feather and cook the chicken. You all are able to have with the lantern there, you can have a controlled fire and be able to cook it. There are like some pots that they had also in storage that you're able to use for cooking.
Where's the smoke escaping, if you don't mind me asking? Is there an area, or is it getting
That's the
smoky?
problem. The smoke goes up, so that's why you notice that there's less use of the scones in there, but rather the lanterns themselves. So it has to be very controlled, and it is a higher ceiling because it goes down for it, but the smoke is up there afterwards. I will say, you guys can role play away any conversations you want to have together. For the coins, Lance, you find and count 1,050 copper coins, 105 Yuta bills.
Hold on.
10
1,050.
It's in the Discord also. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
1,050 silver coins, and then 70 gold coins.
What
Oof.
is the Yuta bill worth?
What it's worth basically a silver.
Oh, okay.
Silver
It's-
dollar.
Yeah. But it's a currency, and you know that some places accept the paper currency, some don't.
Gotcha.
But it's definitely lighter to carry a stack of paper than coin.
Erlon, can I see one of the pistols?
I did not take the pistols with me.
Lance.
Lance has it all. Lance has everything.
Lance, can I see one of the pistols?
Sure.
I'm just going to spend my evening taking a look at it, trying to figure out how it works, trying to learn it.
Yeah, and you know how they work from your experience with the bunnies. One of
Okay.
them, multiple of them wielded pistols for range, but then opted for swords or war hammers in close combat.
Sure.
There was one member who preferred the bow for more silence for like the sniper element for it. But in a firefight, they've tried firearm with firearm as they're trying to close the distance. So you're familiar with how it works, and you can kind of like pull it apart a little bit and put the bullets in and load
Okay.
it properly, and you know how to aim and shoot. Your aim, I mean, you can practice and see how Apoc's aim is with like a dexterity check.
I will do
Uh,
so.
Quick question for the party, meta question while he's doing that. Are we attempting to return any of this money, or is it ours?
We just came here to retrieve the phoenix feather.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that money's us.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know if they stole that money.
We have, even if they stole that money, we have no way of knowing who to give it back to, other than
True.
just give it to the town, and they'd have no way to know how to give it back to whoever. It would just all be people coming in saying, "Hey, I lost so much money," and they'd have to go off all the stuff, and it'd be a big headache for them. They've
So
got
we're
insurance, I'm
doing
sure,
them a favor.
and if they don't, I'm sorry.
You all do remember Lance mentioning to the brother and sister that they would keep anything else they find.
That's true.
Yeah.
Apoc, you go to the corner and you aim and shoot at like a point on the ground, and you miss.
I missed the ground. Perfect.
A point on the
That's-
ground.
You shoot
Um,
the ceiling somehow. How did you manage that?
You
Curve the bullet.
It's the first time shooting, so roll
Yeah.
another dexterity check. I'm gonna give you 3 dex checks just to see how you feel if Jetro
None of us
I-
get shot.
I don't
Please.
entirely know he's doing this, so I haul ass to wherever the sound of the first bullet's coming from, because I'm wondering what the fuck is happening.
Yep, and then one more shot,
Alright.
Apoc. Jetro. Okay, you know how to aim, and you feel like you with practice can get better, but it's definitely something you've never used before. You can-
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. I can
Don't take it away
focus
from him.
on this.
Mhm.
Wait a minute, you're taking my gun?
No, not at all. It's your
Yep.
new baby.
I
But
call
yeah,
her
Danny, you go
Lorelai.
running and you see Jetro is practicing with his with a firearm. By the way, mark off 3 bullets, Lance, if depending on how many bullets you gave Apoc or Jetro. I have to start.
I gave him 30.
30. Okay. So
See-
Jetro,
Sandy's
you
just-
used 3 of them, so you still have 27 bullets if you want to keep practicing.
Perfect.
You should put those in your inventory because I will forget in about
I will
45
do that.
seconds.
I will do that. So I have 27 left.
Yep, 27 bullets, and you're
Perfect.
using a normal pistol,
Normal pistol.
which would be like a 1d10 plus dex modifier. So now you can
Okay.
actually start rolling with it. You're not proficient, I believe, with firearms, so it's just going to be your normal dex checks whenever you're firing it.
Okay.
But yeah, Zanny, you approach Jetro and you see him practicing.
She comes around the corner, hands over her ears. Absolutely not. We are not shooting the guns indoors unless something is trying to kill us.
I can't hear what you're saying. It's
Yeah.
I was shooting the gun indoors.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
And
that's
it's very
fine.
loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is ringing, and especially because it's an enclosed area, it is echoing a little bit with the gunshot.
So
I just
I
start
think
going to
that
hand signals.
probably not gonna go ahead and continue shooting this unless we're
Yeah.
attacked by something.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, come here. Come here.
Uh-huh.
And just point at the gun. Can I take a look at that?
Sure.
Okay. Just like yelling at him. It needs cleaned.
No, I took a bath.
Oh
It
my god.
does. The gun does. You can't hit
Yes.
shit with this thing.
No, I mean I think that I'm pretty good with it.
You can't hear shit. Come here. Just start leading him by the hand.
All right. Any conversations during the night as you guys are winding down?
Who's cooking this chicken?
That's a good question. I know, Erlon, you would be familiar with at least like defeathering. and such, but
Sure, I can prep it, but last
that's the
time with
question,
with cooking was not a good idea. And I look at M as I'm thinking that like not gonna happen.
I mean, I'll do it. I roll bad once. I'm not gonna
Oh,
roll bad every time.
All right. So, you have you are tired. You have exhaustion. Are you going to do it, or is anyone else going to do it?
I will assist him.
All right. You both start.
Actually, no.
cooking.
Him and Herlon need to do this together. They need.
That's fine.
This is their
I can
moment.
try cooking. I'll try cooking with it.
They both have disadvantage. Or no, wait, Erlon does not. So yeah,
I do not.
roll a straight check. Wisdom. For M. Sorry, M. Roll
M,
a
yeah.
wisdom check.
You got this, Sam.
Hey, that's a two-digit number.
I thought you said
Fine.
a 2. I'm like, well,
17. Okay, you cook a
Alright.
really good chicken. It really is good. What would you cook, M? As you are successful, you only needed a 10 for something good and 15 or up for something that's really, really good.
I don't know, something fancy using the stuff that we have available. You're asking a person who eats the plainest of foods. I'm not a good food describer. I'm a picky
Okay.
eater.
it's real life.
We'll salt brine the chicken.
Salt brine.
We'll actually get
M
a
knows
little
what
bit
to
of a
do.
soak
He knows seasoning and stuff. But
You were able to
yeah.
successfully cook the chicken, season it, the breast and the thighs and everything. You're able to create like a good rotisserie style for it with a lot of salt and a lot of not too salty, but a good amount for it, and then some herbs and other things from the rations. As you also cook a stew from the rations, boil it in the water. The boiling process, you don't necessarily have to have a fire for it. That's just prestidigitation from Lance over and over again to keep the pot hot to boil the water itself. Or you can even use your own produce flame cantrip just to create it underneath it or to hold the bottom of it so that it warms up.
Just
And you're
set
able to have-
Blazer to flame mode and have him sleep under.
yeah. So, and eventually you are able to create a nice little ration soup, as well as and with that ration soup comes some like dry tack and such, and then you're able to have the chicken, the rotisserie chicken, for all of you all to share.
There you go.
Some good chicken.
You all eat, and last call for any conversations before bed.
Yeah, Lance is going to take these 4 portraits and go sit by Alice and be like, okay, who are these people? We should know. We know everybody.
Yeah. Oh, this is Alice's favorite game.
Yeah. You're able to very quickly determine the worth of those
They're all
portraits.
Big Red.
Big Red goes and he just replaces it with a picture of it.
It's me.
Each one of them is worth 250 silver, as they are portraits of either like one portrait is of like the scenery of the land, another is of like a nobleman or of it, and another is of a old-fashioned janissary for it. But ultimately, these are worth 250 silver each, so 1,000 silver total.
Well, darling.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
pretty decent haul. I wouldn't sell them in Wahatwa though. I'm sure whoever lost them there would be very hard pressed to find them at market.
No, we'll save these for Jedna and sell them where nobody knows where they came from. I would say this gold bar and the salt. I wouldn't sell anything that we got here in Wahatna unless you think those people are going to give us a better deal because we brought their stupid feather back.
They might. I'm not assuming all of these come from the same place, and if we're
We
out
should
of
sell all the crap, like all the guns and the armor and that
have to
shit.
get
But we
another
can save these
dress.
pictures for when we get to a big town.
Yeah, and these aren't big portraits, mind you. These are like nice, sizable ones that could actually fit through your bag of clothing.
Okay.
Like think of them because it's like small portraits like yay big. These
Yeah.
are things like small decorative.
Yeah,
um,
they're little art pieces.
Yeah.
You
Because
wanna
especially this is from like the loot when I rolled for the loot stuff.
Yeah.
These are 25 gold worth. They're worth something. They're good amount. This is like at least a week's wages for someone.
That's good
Yeah.
artwork.
not us.
Not for Alice just laughs at 250 silver.
Lance, can I ask you a
Oh,
question?
and then after that, Lance is going to read the diary.
All right. You do. Oh, that's gonna take a while though. It is hard because it's not well written, but you're trying to parse out for any important details. So it's
Yeah.
gonna take a while to do that.
That's fine.
All right. Anyone else doing anything before you all start to bed down?
I'd like to try to engage M in a conversation about the deities that he may have worshipped where he comes from versus the 16. Just trying to suss out what his beliefs are and offer some of mine, and we can role play that later through a chat or something, but I
Yeah,
want
if
to
you
pick
want.
his brain about that.
Yeah, the two of you
Yeah,
talk about
definitely.
it. Do you want to do any, or yeah, we'll take that offline if you want to.
Sure.
Yeah, we can do an RP chat.
Be a
That'd
fun
be great.
RP. First one with the now excuse me. First one with APOC and M. Anyone else want anything?
Like as we're laying down, and everybody's actually settled in, Alice is gonna move her she's not sleeping on whatever bedroll is left behind there. 16 knows who slept in there last. She's gonna pull out her other pair of clothes that she has in her bag. She has 2 pairs of clothes. She's gonna put those down on the ground, and then she's gonna sleep on her bag. But she's gonna have her head facing the door where or where Jetro is, and she's gonna go, Jetro, what's your favorite color?
I don't want to say.
Is it black?
No,
Is it pink?
I like purple.
Well, that's a very royal color. You must be a very royal man indeed.
No, my sister. I don't know. Nothing. Forget it.
You're going to have to tell us more about yourself someday. I mean, we're interested to learn who Jetro is. At least I am.
Let's just say it's not easy being the only boy in a house full of women.
I can't imagine it is. I had one brother, and there were 4 of us, girls, along with my mother.
I had pigtails before I had a sword in my hand, so yes.
And here I've given you a ponytail. I'm so sorry, darling.
It's fine.
But yeah, no, she's just gonna make like little small talk with Jetro until they fall asleep. She is going to fall asleep mid-sentence, by the way.
He's not offended.
He's actually happy about it.
One by one, you all start to fall asleep. Zanny, you choose to sleep away from the group. Is that the case? All right. And Lance, you pick also. So yeah, I'll just say everyone move your tokens around if where you guys would be sleeping.
We should post a guard just in case.
I got you.
Zane, is it all right if I bunk with you?
Yeah, sure, it's fine.
So
Embryn, as a user of magic, don't you need to rest?
Yeah,
Actually,
I'm gonna sleep right here, and Blazer doesn't need to sleep. He's actually just technically a magical being.
Would he be able to act
Aren't
as
you, little buddy?
would he be able to act as guardian for us?
Yep, and I'll be here as well. I'll be curled up right in this corner over here. So if anyone opens the hatch, I should be able to hear it, and if I don't, he'll wake me up.
Okay.
Even close to there, you can hear a little bit of the wind through the tunnel for it. So you would imagine that if that hatch opens, that will be a loud enough noise for you to hear.
Oh, Lance does make a comment to Zanny before we leave, or before we go to bed. Hey, You know that lady you let go?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll probably find her body on the way home tomorrow because of how bad that sandstorm is.
Yeah, you said there was a sandstorm, and I mean,
Bandits.
gave her a chance.
Yep. Maybe
You
she hid in the rocks or something.
you would know that she went southward. So if you guys are heading back to Oaxaca, northward, probably not going to find her body.
The winds are really strong. It could have blown that far.
If that is the case, yeah. Because it is coming from the southeast, the wind.
Yeah.
Probably
No,
just
if it
find a
got her, got her.
jawbone.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll find pieces over there, and over there.
Right.
Jesus.
One by one, sleep claims you all, and one by one, you all are going to sleep for it.
Yay.
You dream of the fields in the Fey realm, snoozing and enjoying the warmth of the sun. Lance, you fall asleep with Sheldon glaring at you, but then have
Sounds about right.
quiet, a dreamless slumber. Enjoyable. Erlon, snuggled kind of like back to back, I'm assuming, with Zanny. You both are able to get your long rests. Erlon, you're smiling or as you fade to sleep, thinking about with your stomach full of a good meal, a good battle today. It's been in the flirtations from earlier today. You actually are able to find sleep very well for it. Just thinking about potentially if this was today, tomorrow may be even better. Zanny, sleep doesn't come easy to you as you are thinking about everything that is happening, how uncanny this day has been. What is that doing here?
Yeah.
I will give you
if-
an opportunity to roll a history check.
Let's see. I am assuming my artificer's lore applies.
You a dwarf, or are you just happy to see me?
What is the advantage for specifically again, Sandy?
Any history check that's related to a magic item, alchemical object, or a technological device.
This doesn't apply.
Okay. Then I will roll this standard. Bam. Oh, and it's gonna be after. It's gonna be before my rest, so it's not gonna be a 10. It's gonna be whatever this is, because I'm sure it'll be worse. Oh no, it's gonna be a 10.
There is one thing that the 10 was the DC for it actually. Because it's not something too hard, but you do remember two things. One, the bandit that you interrogated said that this was a mine. And then you think about it as you're about to fall asleep, and you remember what Lance said, that this is like from the Lauren Dominion.
Yeah, I already know. Yeah.
What were they doing here? It's a mine, and you look around well, you're in the tent, so you don't really see anything. But you wonder, what were they mining here in the middle of nowhere?
And what were they looking for?
And what were they looking for? And they didn't find it? Or did they? And where did the bandits get this? You're not sure.
That
But
is that's like thoughts 1 through 3 of about 175. And depending on how long it takes Erlon to fall asleep, if they're sleeping that close together, he probably it depends on when he falls asleep, but he may notice whether or not she's crying in the middle of the night before she falls asleep, because she is definitely crying herself to sleep tonight.
Erlon, roll an insight check as you're about to fall asleep.
There was a reason she picked the tent away from everyone else.
Yeah, no, you fall asleep quickly, so you do not hear her crying. So Lance, I will circle back to you for a moment. You do read, because you said that you were going to read the book. I forgot to mention that for a moment. The journal mentions Diocris, that this Black Dragonborn wizard, and that does confirm it, he is a wizard,
Bastard.
seemed to join them and be very interested in the Lauren ruins around and the ruins around Arame Room. And this hideout, he was very particular, like when he wanted to join this group, seemed to be very focused on this hideout. She mentions like catching him just wandering around. She had threatened to kill him at one point because she wasn't sure if he was about to try to steal anything, but he gave her assurances and showed her that he was walking around without his spell book, without his arcane focus, without anything, and he was therefore like harmless, no weapons or anything. And she kept an eye on him, and he proved his worth. He was very good and loyal to her, but he always seemed to be asking questions about this place. Her journal then details how they found this weird amber that when he was digging through or mining through what they thought was really stupid because it's been mined hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, he found this object. But no matter what they did, they couldn't break it. Not with a pickaxe, not with hammers, nothing seemed to break it. And Diocris mentioned that he might know a cellar in Jedna that may help magically unmake the amber. When she tried to press him for more information, he kept it a secret, saying that she'd have to trust him, and that way he doesn't get iced or cut out of the deal. There is one mention about the phoenix feather as a possibility that he mentioned, that either one, that they can sell it for a lot of money with the same contact that they have in Jeddah, or two, that maybe the phoenix feather could be used to magically melt the amber. Not sure though if the feather would be destroyed or not. That's what you were able to find out through the diary.
Okay. Lance pulls out that piece of paper again and writes down his name.
Okay. Jetro,
Yes,
are you trying to stay all night awake, or are you gonna nod and fall asleep?
No, I'm gonna sleep. We got assurances from him.
All right. You fold your arms, lean back, and sleep. And for the first time in a long time, you don't have nightmares, and you're able to just have a very well rested sleep.
Oh shit!
No dreams, no nothing, just rest.
Somebody's gonna be in a good mood tomorrow.
Alice,
That's me.
you are racked with nightmares. You toss and turn and just feel awful. They're like, you're not sure what kind of nightmares you're having. It's one of those where you just forget what you dreamt about, but it leaves that impression on you of just something bad.
Okay.
And as you all wake up the next morning, you all level up. Congrats on making it to level 4.
We did it! Go us.
Yeah.
We are heckin' good at sleeping. We just slept and leveled up.
We're
All
so
right, everyone
good.
roll me a d20 to see who wakes up first.
That chicken was so fucking good, man.
That shit was that good.
It was that good of a chicken.
Yeah.
Last
doubting
campaign
our
it gave us 10
cooking.
HP. This campaign it levels us up.
How dare you doubt our cooking, Lance?
Jesus, Apoc slept that good he
He
didn't
is
wake up.
that good. He
He
does.
really
Is he
sleeping in.
dead? I think he died. Make
Yeah.
sure he's alive.
Yeah, he's dead.
He's
I was
actually
gonna-
Wow, none of you have rolled above. None of you rolled above 10. Only one person rolled a 10. What is going on with the?
That's me.
You have a 50.
You asked us to roll a d20, and that we've refused to roll anything over 10 in those situations.
I shot at the ground and missed it, Gasson. That's how good I'm rolling.
That's all good.
I
A
will say
black hole
exhaustions-
opened up and swallowed the bullet.
Exhaustions
God.
are purged, so whoever had exhaustion, you can remove it. And
Yep.
let me just see.
Ooh, what feat do I want?
And then Jetro. Okay. I will tell you though, Jetro, you need to change your name on like D&D Beyond and such,
do.
just because it's popping up. Just because it's always going to keep showing up as APOC, and then that's going to trip people.
Absolutely.
All right, Erlon, you're the first to wake up. However way you want to wake up next to Zanny.
Wake up, and I will then wake up Zanny right away.
All right. Zanny, you are the first to. It works perfectly because you rolled the 9 and he rolled the 10.
Perfect.
What's up? What's going on? What?
Hey Zanny, you know what? That was probably the best sleep I've ever had. What about you?
I'm glad I could be of service. I mean, it was okay. I've had better.
Yeah. You good?
I mean, you know,
Your headache
Yeah.
is gone, Zanny, from using your eye. But you are groggy if you want.
I mean, it's like 40 something hours with no sleep, and I'm okay. I need to wake up. I'm okay. Thank
All
you,
right,
honey.
take your time. I'm gonna get the others.
Okay. I didn't bother you or anything last night, did I?
Oh no, I slept like a fucking angel.
Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. It took me a while to get to sleep. I couldn't. It's been a long day. All this was one fucking day for me, Red, and it's a long ass day.
Yeah, and you're old.
Yeah, and I'm fucking old. Thanks. How old are
Yeah.
you?
I'm like in my, I basically said I'm in my 20s. So like
You're
when it
in
comes
your
to
50s.
halfling,
Halfling is double, so you're like in
double
your. I
that.
think we said you were 51 or 52.
Yeah.
Because it's like
Yeah.
26 times 2 because of
Correct.
halflings. So I think you're 52. What we
Yeah.
discussed.
So 52. I'm pretty young still.
Oh, you are, baby.
Yeah.
Well,
All right. Good talk. See ya.
if you want
He just
cuddles
gets up
anytime, you let me
very
know.
gingerly.
I'm literally just gonna kind of like walk over to everybody else.
Yeah,
And
you
then
go
just,
and you hear Jetro snoring, but there's like almost like a little bit of a smile on his face. So you get quietly away from him. You don't wake him up yet, especially because of the dice rolls. You go to Alice next, and you see her a little bit pale when you kind of like wake her up, and Alice, you wake up.
How close is Erlon to her? As he
I'm
wakes
like
up?
literally right over her head, like her face, like
She's gonna like start awake, but her hand is gonna move in such a way that she's just gonna like push you to the side and then grab onto you.
I thought for a moment we were gonna see another Alice slap.
No, she kind of like grabs him by his face and just like pushes him, and then in the same motion like grabs him by his arm. What? Where am I? She's like sweating slightly.
the sun says hello.
The sun says hello.
Cavern.
But yeah, that's
The sun.
Oh, I slept terribly last night, Elon.
Did you?
I think it's this ground. It was terribly uncomfortable, and I haven't seen Bruce in like 16 only knows how many days. It's all catching up to me.
You also were sweating during the day yesterday, and
I haven't
sweating,
bathed. I haven't bathed in like
and you
4
are still
days.
sweating till now. So
Oh
your
God, and you
clothes
smell so bad.
I know. I can
And
smell
I'm
myself.
sober.
I don't have to. It's just been so hard, Erlan. I don't know how I'm getting through it.
I mean, you could totally go and like swim in that pool that or not that pool, but that water that Lance talked about earlier.
I don't
won't
want
watch.
to. I don't want to swim in filthy cave water.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, but it's better than now because you really smell like crap.
I'm gonna go roll around
Jesus.
I'm gonna roll around in the sand like a bird and have a dirt bath because that's what I am. I'm a dirt.
This campaign's gonna be so awesome seeing Alice struggle roughing it.
roughing the wild. So much dirt.
she's not like Erlon skipped over Apok, but she's gonna kick him.
Okay, you kick Jetro.
Jetro.
and
I keep. Oh,
Jetro-
he changed it. Okay, we're good.
Yeah, he changed it on D&D Beyond.
He did. I was looking
Zoom.
at this one on the thing right there, the
Zoom,
one.
if you want to update that also.
I will do that.
Yeah, no worries. I saw you also updated it in D&D Beyond and in Roll20. You're good. This is like
Okay.
the last part.
I'm
for it.
gonna
But
have
yeah,
to practice this in the shower this week, you guys.
Yes.
Jetro.
Jetro. Mitchell's gonna be like, what the
Jetro,
fuck?
you wake up, startle for a moment, but you're not immediately like jumping. You wake up.
Morning, guys.
Oh my god, are you smiling right now?
What time is it?
He sounds happy.
I was hoping he'd be more angry than me, so I'd have a reason to, oh no, they're there, and then like calm myself. You're just pissing me off smiling like that.
So sorry. You know what
No,
helps
it's
me?
great.
What helps me? Let's do some exercises.
I'm game.
I'm going to find Zanny.
No,
Sorry.
Miss Alice, this will help you.
You know what will help me? A little bit of alcohol in a lot of coffee.
You don't need it. You don't need it. Please don't take offense by what I'm about to do. I need you to trust me.
Okay.
I get behind her and I just wrap both arms around her and I try to crack her back the way that King used to crack mine after a particularly bad battle.
Yep.
Probably don't do it as well.
Are you gonna break my spine?
No,
Just completely shatters
this
you.
is something that it does work. I will say from experience,
Yeah.
it does. So
Yeah, no, that oh my god, it feels so good.
it happens, and Alice, this is the first time anyone's ever done that, and oh my god, this is like.
She
just-
stands up a little bit. She's like, Jester, I think I'm taller. Am I taller? She looks at Erlon and she kind of like does
Oh, yeah,
this
and I'm
over his
looking at
head.
you.
She's like,
Nope, I don't see it.
I'm
I don't
so
see
much
it.
taller now.
It actually it's so therapeutic from just like experience. You actually like for a moment just have clarity where you're like not upset anymore. Because all the oxygen just goes straight through your back, and you're like,
DM,
then
do
you feel
I?
DM, I have a question really quick.
Sure.
In order for the growth potion to work, do I have to consume the whole thing, or can I have a little bit of it?
it has to be the whole thing.
Damn. All right, never
And
mind.
then
I'm
it
not
lasts for
gonna
1
do
minute.
DM,
that. Okay.
do I
Now
remember?
listen.
Do I remember sleeping terribly last night, or is it just kind of?
You remember sleeping terribly, but you don't know the dreams.
I don't know the dreams. Can I roll like an insight to assume why I slept poorly?
Sure, roll an insight check.
As you're doing this, APOC and I are like
Can I
literally
use
just
my
stretching.
inspiration?
Sure. And
This is
We're
my
stretching
inspiration
for our
time.
exercises
There we
right
go.
now.
you get the feeling like something, whatever it was last night, and I mean you don't have the mask, so you're confused by it. Maybe just being next to those two presences, or maybe the fact that you have the sword. You're not exactly sure, but you have a good feeling it is probably because of your interactions with those two objects.
Yeah, she's gonna go wake. Well, Zanny's already awake, correct?
Yes.
Okay, she's gonna go tell Zanny about her night and basically just she's had the sword with her. She's going to take it off and she's just gonna hold it out to Zanny and go, "Do I give this to you? Do I give this to Lance? How do I get rid of this?"
What? Hang on.
Do you let Jetro follow?
Oh, absolutely not. He's busy stretching and
Yeah.
she's like
you're
sneaking
busy
away.
doing exercises with Erlon. Speaking of which, Jetro and Erlon both make athletic checks for your morning workout.
You guys pull
Okay.
a hammy.
Yeah, Zanny and
Uh,
Alice, you can start your discussion. Lance is about to wake up, and
when
he
when
does,
you
you might hear some of this.
when you come over to her, she's still like wiping the sleep out of her eyes, and um, she isn't consciously doing it, but she has cast detect thoughts.
Yeah,
Like
you
it's not
just
a
there's a
conscious
barrier. There's a
There's a
barrier.
barrier. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's not even like it's one of those things of like she hasn't even noticed, so because there's like nothing there, it's like it hasn't even registered to her yet, but it's like, but she's done it and she's just like, sword, what? Do
Oh,
something with the
also,
problem?
can you not?
Can I not what?
I feel your little prying hands, Doctor.
What pride hands are we talking about?
She holds up her hand with the mind shielding ring. She goes, I can still feel you knocking on the door.
Knocking on the, and I look over and I like focus in on Lance, and I'm just like, it's like what's he dreaming about? He wakes
He's
up.
just waking up, so you actually don't sense anything except his first thought of the day. Lance, what is your first thought of the day?
He's he's swearing to himself in his head. He's like, "Oh fuck, why am I out here? I was just going to my birthday party, and I just wanted to go home, and now I'm with all these people." You would notice though he keeps switching languages in his head.
Then yeah,
Um, just looks. She's just looking back at like Lance hasn't actually said anything yet, and just like Zanny looks back at Alice. I can read minds again.
I would prefer if you didn't.
Well, no, and then I like I drop the concentration on him. Just like, I didn't even realize I did that. I used to be able to do that, and I couldn't, and now I can again. And I got to test something. Do you have that potion?
No, I don't have a potion. Do you have a potion?
The one that makes you bigger? Did you? Oh, did you give it to Erwan?
Oh, darling, you know that went straight to Ellen. I'm not going to make myself any bigger than I have to. I am the perfect size, except Jetro gave me another, inch today. Look at me, I'm taller.
Lance,
You
you are
really
exiting out
are.
of your tent
I mean,
now. Stretching.
I mean, you're like 3 feet taller than me, but you did get another inch or maybe 2. Sword.
Gone. I want it. Gone. I would throw it down that well in there if I didn't think you would yell at me for getting rid of it.
Well, we should make sure it's fine first. Tradesies?
I don't want the mask.
Well, you said you didn't want somebody holding on to both.
Well, that's why I said, should I give this to Lance?
Oh, I'm sorry, sweetheart. A lot of revelations this morning. Yeah, he should keep a hold of it. See if he can try to run identify on that sucker. And I gotta go talk to Erlon because I think I can copy his potion.
She's gonna go kick Lance. Not awake, but...
Wait.
Lance is
One
awake
more
and
thing.
outside his tent, just stretching. So you do see him.
One more thing. Hang on. Did it hebe? Hebe?
What, you want my ring? Which one?
Just take it off for a second.
Oh. She's gonna take it off.
You hear
You are
in
still-
your
You are
mind.
still attuned to it, though.
Oh, so even if it's not
So-
on me?
Yeah, even with a attunement
Oh.
item, it is still attuned to you unless you like. It is, I believe, the distance
she-
is 30 feet.
So she still retains the effects.
Yeah,
Okay.
Oh.
It's like,
unless you
wow.
choose to unattune, and you could just turn it off. That
Oh,
you
I can turn it off?
No, not on. You can unattune
I
to it,
don't-
yes, but you can also with the ring of mind shielding, you can actually like open up, like allow
Okay.
someone.
You can selectively let people in.
Okay, I'll
Exactly.
selectively let Sandy in for just a moment.
Hello?
You're gonna hear in your mind. Yes, hello.
Oh, fuck, it works! And she just starts dancing.
Alice is gonna hold up her hand. You need to get one of these if you're gonna be doing that. She says that out
Oh,
loud.
no, I sorry, I just...
No, because once you start talking in people's heads, they try to get into yours.
Mm.
And then it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, no, I know. Trust me, sweetheart. I'm a Ventari. I know. Trust me. Half my family tries to read my fucking mind all the damn time. Anyway, thank you. Just hug your leg just tight.
Oh, of course. And she's going to pat your head. She's going to fix your bed head while she's patting your head.
Still fearing it.
Yep.
Yeah. There we go. I also posted the
Oh,
language in
wow.
the mind shielding. Creatures can telepathically communicate with you only if you allow it.
Oh, nice. Today's hairdo, by the way, it's not as big. You've got a very nice it's pulled back from the temples a little bit, but it's very curly at the bottom.
Nice. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Something that keeps it out of my face.
Yes, but you still have the aesthetic about it.
You all part ways for the moment. Lance, what are you doing as you finish your stretches?
Trying to decide what I want to do with which feat I want to take. No, Lance is gonna stand up and after cussing out in his head, he's gonna stretch and mutter something under his breath and realize that he didn't speak that language when he went to bed.
I'm taking it you took the linguist feat.
Linguist feat.
Excellent.
I'm just trying to decide which languages to take right now.
No, Alice is gonna come up, and she seems a little bit happier now that she's spoken to Zanny. Zanny's a little ray of sunshine in her life. But she's got the sword in her hand, and she kind of is Lance stretching?
He's cracked his back and is definitely looks like he did not. He fell asleep hard, but he didn't sleep well.
She's gonna poke him with the hilt of the sword. This thing's still in the scabbard, but she's gonna poke him with the hilt. Lance, darling, I need a favor.
Yeah. What you need?
So, Jetro gave up his mask and a sword. Really good. He also seems in a fantastic mood this morning. Bad thing, however. Something not so nice and a little bit kinda evilly seems to be inhabiting. And she just motions with the sword and then back towards Zanny. Okay, don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, especially not Jetro, but Zanny has his mask to study. But I don't like what I saw. Not saw, felt. I don't know. I don't like this. Take it.
Okay.
But don't let Jetro know you have it.
Yeah, obviously that would be bad.
Also,
he might kill me. He's not going to kill you.
No, see.
Actually, is the scabbard shaped like the sword, or is it like a magic scabbard?
It looks like it's shaped to be like the sword. It doesn't look like a magical scabbard. You would recognize there would be some imprint, script, or arcane sigils on it.
Right.
There are none.
Lance was hoping he could shove one of the scimitars in there so it still looked like she was carrying it, but her not actually carrying it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
No, Lance will just take it and throw it in his bag of clothing.
There we go.
I figured you didn't want me throwing it down a well. Which was my
probably not.
first idea.
These type of things will come back to them.
Fantastic. What I don't want is whatever's got its little tiny grippy claws inside of Jetro, or did, or had previously. I don't want them inside of me.
Oh, my mind's already cuckoo enough that whatever it is not going to find a friendly place in there.
Perfect. I love that for you. And she's just going to skedaddle off a little bit.
There you go. Anything else Lance is doing as he wakes up?
As she walks away, he's just going to say something along the lines of, she's fucking way too happy in the morning. And all she hears is him growling behind her because he said it draconic.
Yeah. There we go. You wake up hearing some noises. Your cat ears kind of wiggle a little bit. Then you kind of like wake up and you stretch, and it feels so good. And then you turn, I believe you turn back into your Fey Giant form.
Yeah.
The morning, or presumably it is morning. What do you do as you wake up?
He looks down at Blazer and says, "Man, it's been a while since we slept in a dank cave. That was nice. All right, let's go see what the gang is up to, and
Yep.
he'll go see what everyone else is doing."
Yeah. Any specific conversation you want to have with anyone, or just mingle?
Don't think he has anything specific at the moment. Yeah, I'll just kind of check in with everyone and yeah, just kind of see where everyone's at for what we're doing for the day and whatnot.
Yep. You all congregate once more. See Erlon and Apoc finishing up their exercises, jazzercise. And you all start preparing your breakfast. And I think that is a good place to end our session.
Yay.
So, all right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to this fun session. Got one mimic fight, got it's classic, and yeah, level 4.
Was that a fight or was that a jumping?
That was
It
that
didn't
was
do
real.
anything. It just
it rolled
just-
so low.
Just straight up Office Space, that printer.
Pretty much. If it rolled high, I might have gotten like one attack off. That was just brutal.
It's okay. Alice was
Just
just
to
happy to be
a
there. That fight.
gangster.
Yeah. Still, hey, it never hurts to flex and have your characters be just overwhelm an enemy. Sometimes I'll give you that kind of combat where it's just like, yeah, just have a beatdown. It's fine.
Surprise!
Alright.
Brian immediately attacked it and killed it.
Right?
I love mimics, but
He just Rafiki the shit out of it. Just
you got it. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
Maybe you can
Yeah.
find a mimic pet shop.
I'm gonna find a baby mimic that was an adult. They're easy to raise as babies.
Exactly. All right, all.
Nice.
Thank you so much for tuning in for session session 8. Tune in next week for session 9. Maybe you guys will get to Jeddah. We'll see.
Hopefully
where we're
one
supposed to
day.
go?
Never.
Yes.
Episode
never.
100, we finally get
No.
there.
One of us will have to learn teleport to just blink us to Jedna before we go.
There we go. All right, all. Tell us more. We'll start in a moment with for the rest of us, but for all us viewers, enjoy the rest of your night and see you all till next Tuesday. Take care.
See you guys. Have a good night. Later.